Welcome to the Let Me Just Say This podcast, episode whatever. I'm your main host, Cristian,
Ben,
and our two guests,
Colton,
Tater,
and today we got a new guy. Yeah, our good old buddy pal Angel. He's finally showed up. We've made fun of him on the podcast every now and then, making a few jokes here and there, but now he's finally here.
welcome to the podcast.
It feels good to be here.
Yeah,
Poetry
finally.
snacks.
A long time coming.
it feels good to be here.
Yeah. Can you feel the magic in the room?
Can you feel the
Love tonight.
Alright!
Let's freaking go, Lion King.
What?
The new one sucks.
Wait, have you seen the new one?
Yes.
I haven't.
I've
Is
seen
it
it.
You
It was
I
just
like
like
it.
the cartoon,
I mean-
minus the funny stuff.
Yeah, that's what it was basically.
They didn't leave in the jokes?
Without any of the
there was,
motion
the
either.
monkey wasn't funny.
Pimba.
Pimba.
Pumbaa.
That's his
Pumbaa.
cousin. That's his slacker
Ah,
cousin.
Bimbo!
They left out the monkey? Or
No, he was in it.
But he's just all
sucked.
serious
He was
now.
just super serious, and there was nothing funny about it.
But he kind of was in the cartoon, but,
Yeah, but-
he was more like Goofy Uncle, kind of.
Yeah, because, I mean, you had a sense that he was wise, but he was crazy at the same time.
Ah.
Like, it was something
He was
different.
always laughing and being silly.
But in
in
that
the
one, he's like
cartoon.
an old man.
Yeah, he was
just
just-
serious.
Yeah,
It kind
just
of
too
reminds me of
serious.
like one of the characters you'd have off like the Black Panther or something like that. You know what I mean? Like you remember in the Black Panther movie, like the
Like
father figure was like super serious and didn't joke around.
His dad?
Yeah,
His dad died in Civil War, though.
you know what I mean.
Are you talking about the one that got
We have
that
no idea what
Killmonger
you're talking
kills?
about, Hunter.
What I'm trying to get at is, I guess what I'm trying to get at is like the mentor figure that is like, oh no, you got to do it this way.
The one with like the
You got-
lazy eye? I don't know his name.
Yes, actually, yes, that's right.
Oh, he dies.
The
I'm talking about.
So yeah, Lion King wasn't as good as the cartoon.
Oh,
Just so anyone knows who's listening, Angel ruins things. That's what he does.
boy.
My fault. It's what movie
That's
dropped
good
in
phrase.
2017.
What?
Movie came out in 2017, did it not? Black Panther.
I don't know. I never saw it still.
It was just like the
You
biggest.
still haven't seen it?
No.
Do you not find it weird that we were talking about
It's okay.
the monkey from the Lion King and that made you think of Black Panther?
No, because it's set in Africa.
It is very similar based on.
Okay,
storyline.
excuses, Tater.
I do think they did
It is
steal.
in Africa.
They did steal a little bit
But
from Lion
the-
King.
okay, so
They've got rhinoceroses.
It felt like
in
Lion
the,
King, but-
in the Lion King movie, did they use the same like kind of voice actor where he was kind of Jamaican or no?
No, I don't think so.
Or was he
He
like a
wasn't
stereo?
Jamaican in the cartoon. I don't
He was kind of. He was like
He had that.
He had that kick to
accent.
it.
Yeah, it was. I don't know. I know what you're talking about. No, he was just. Did he even speak?
He spoke.
He spoke a little bit, but not much. It was
Yeah,
mostly
it
him
was-
just laughing and then like drawing stuff.
And you know, like the jokes that like
But it
Timon
wasn't
and
like
Pumbaa
the
would
silly
do.
laugh anymore. It was like,
That's
Just-
lame.
I mean, just non-existent. I'm like, this is ridiculous. This was like the whole reason I'm here. I took my kids to see the movie, and I'm like, well, at least I'll get through this because there's some good humor in it, or not. I'm like, oh,
You were right with that animation, Tater. They ruined Lion King.
they did.
Yeah.
Well, I don't even know if they ruined it.
It's
It just,
real.
yeah.
Well,
But that
They
It
didn't
wasn't.
need
It's not that it was bad.
they just didn't need to. They didn't need to mess.
No, they didn't need.
But
You know what they need to do a live action remake of.
Toy
And I
Story.
saw this.
but the point of a movie or like game or anything is they're not supposed to be real, Angel. Like
well,
they're supposed to escape from reality.
My problem with all the animals in like the live action Disney is the fact that they have very little human facial expressions because they're trying to make it look realistic to
Yeah,
as
that
much
was
as
kinda
possible.
weird.
So, but you get no emotion off that compared to like the cartoon.
You can never tell.
Yeah.
Like
Mhm.
Simba was supposed to be crying, and it's like, well, he looks exactly the same as he did when he was
Exactly.
laughing.
What movie were you saying?
Oh,
they did?
so Disney made these a couple movies back when I was a kid, and I really enjoyed them. One of them was Treasure Planet,
Oh,
and one of them was Atlantis. And
Oh, yeah.
they were like actiony.
those were amazing.
They were like actiony. Like Atlantis actually had like a shoot 'em up
People hate
scene.
I think I remember Atlantis, but I don't know if I
What's
recall.
the Treasure
I
Planet?
just know, I didn't
It's
know
you ever heard about Treasure Island?
It's a planet that has
It's that,
treasure,
but in
like
space.
gold,
Oh.
and diamonds, and rubies.
Didn't the planet self-destruct?
Yeah, but it's a good movie. That would be a good one if they did it in real life.
Oh yeah. Well, and the visuals were amazing too.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
might watch that later. That's a good movie.
It's
Do
on
they have
Disney
it on
Plus.
Disney
Talk
Plus?
to me into it, Christian.
I got Disney Plus now.
Oh, I do too.
Yeah.
I haven't watched Mandalorian yet.
Because I don't have time, loser.
3 minutes each episode.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch like four
Stop
and a half.
fighting over the
Just
Mandalorian.
watch the first one.
Maybe. Maybe when they finish the first season.
Why wait?
Why wait that
Yeah.
long?
I mean,
Because-
it's good enough.
Oh, you
want
want to just binge watch the
Yeah.
whole?
No, just watch it now.
No. Because I don't.
You
like
got
Colton
5
says, I don't want to
episodes.
wait.
Yeah, but they're so good. It's like kind of satisfying. You know what I mean? Like a lot of shows I'll watch, and it's like, wow, that was good, but I gotta see the next episode because it feels like I don't have enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This one, we're done. Like an episode's done, I'm like, all right, I'm good for a week.
As long as it stays good, they can keep doing this. But the moment it starts dipping in property, I can't talk.
What did you just say?
What was the
Quality?
word? Quality. I don't know
There
why I
you
said
go.
property.
Like
Storytelling?
You said dipping in property. I'm
Yeah.
like,
So I wanted, I thought I started
Mandalorian's
with a P.
property, or does he own anything anyway?
He's a bounty
He
hunter.
owns that ship.
He owns his armor.
Ship, yeah.
Nice.
Has he taken off his helmet?
No, it's against his whole culture.
How does he
Just the
eat?
way-
Wait.
Well, I mean, you can't do it in front of
Doesn't
anybody.
Really?
They're gonna do it at the end.
Was that in
Well,
the comics?
The whole
See, Angel's gonna ruin it for us.
the whole thing is, if he takes it off, he can never put the armor back on again.
Why?
But your baby Yoda's gonna take
Wait,
it
that's dumb because Boba Fett took it off.
Because
told
he was not a real Mandalorian.
That is not Baby
Oh, yeah.
Yoda.
Well, you're telling me that Jango Fett wasn't a real Mandalorian?
No, he
No,
just
he
stole.
was.
He stole the armor. No, he's not.
What?
It's not canon anymore.
What about?
Angel.
Wait, what? What do you mean it's
Oh,
not
This is
canon
the
anymore?
part
It
of
was
the
in
conversation
movies.
where me and
No,
you are
no,
just
no.
gonna
I mean, he has the Mandalorian armor.
If
but
they're
he's
gonna
not a
argue the
Mandalorian.
crap
I'm
out
not
of this
that
right
well
now.
known in the Star Wars.
I
so-
know.
But he
Me
had
neither.
he had his own tribe and everything.
Not anymore.
Is he an Indian?
I mean, that's what the Mandalorians come off as.
Yeah, they're like a tribe, and they hunt down.
God, I hate Disney.
You ruined Star Wars.
They did.
I don't know. I'm not against it, but I didn't know like
The Last Jedi sucked.
They destroyed so much deep lore, though.
I didn't know the expanded universe
Like the comics?
before.
I think
Well,
they have a lot
nowadays-
to make up for in this last movie coming up.
Oh, of course.
They really need to like.
Colton,
They need it.
This movie needs to
theory.
be amazing.
It needs,
you want to hear?
you think it's
Colton's
gonna be 3
dumb
hours?
Series?
I
It's
feel
supposed to
like
be
it might
3
be
hours
like
and
an
30
endgame.
minutes or something.
Are you
Really?
kidding me?
Remember his Palpatine.
But as long as they don't do the last movie, what killed me
You want to bring it up?
was that
Luke
they
went
had,
out. He
Well,
went
no,
out like a bitch.
they made out that whole thing about them trying to run away, and it was so stupid.
Yeah.
Oh, and they Carrie Fisher in the Force.
Oh yeah, that was really
That was
dumb.
wrong.
She was dead.
Why is the only person who's actually dead in real life the one who's still alive in the movies?
They better kill her right off the bat.
Yeah, but she's got 5 minutes of screen time in this next movie.
Yeah, that
They
Force
confirmed
really
that?
worked out
Yeah.
for her.
Why have any?
Then what's the point?
Exactly.
Why
They
you
had
tell
the
us?
opportunity.
Because they announced it. I'm sorry. It was like
We
on the
all
front
don't
page.
sit there and just wait by the
It was
computer.
recommended. It was an article recommended to me.
You keep hitting refresh.
What do you guys think is going to happen in this next movie?
Everyone dies.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
Hope it ends.
There's gonna be some lightsaber battles,
There we go.
some blasters.
Yeah.
I think
Some
Kylo's gonna be
sense
the one
of
to kill
good
Palpatine.
versus evil.
Maybe a couple stormtroopers dying.
What did you say?
I think Kylo's gonna be the one to kill Palpatine.
I don't.
Because
no,
he's the
so-
one who's
look,
all about like destroying
So-
the past.
look,
Dude, I
like-
think Palpatine wins, bro.
You'll
Really?
Oh,
I'd be
yeah.
kind of for that.
Okay.
The rest of you guys will love this Colton's theory.
First, I need to get to. Kylo cannot turn. If he turns good this movie, I'm gonna be so pissed.
He's not gonna turn good. I just feel like he's gonna kill Palpatine
Oh, okay.
and Rey's gonna kill him.
Oh, okay. I
You
doubt
think he's
that.
gonna kill him because he wants
He wants.
he wants to be head dude? Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sith
Okay.
Lord.
Well, let me ask you this, because his
Kylo's not a
thing
Sith Lord,
just
right?
That's why it's called Rise of Skywalker since
Yeah,
he's a
yeah,
Skywalker.
yeah.
He's a Sith Lord?
Yeah.
And we don't know what Rey
who's
is.
a Skywalker?
Kylo.
How is he a Skywalker?
no, he's a solo.
No, he's a Solo. What?
He's
No,
Han
'cause
Solo's
isn't
the Princess
Leia-
Leia.
No.
I mean, Leia, yeah.
but Ben Solo, because he's Han Solo's son. time.
But he's
he has.
family to
Okay.
Luke.
He
Wait a
has-
minute, let me get this out before I forget.
He's only half Skywalker.
Do you think this is kind of geared towards you, Colton?
Okay.
Because you're the one that's real big for it. But anyone else, please chime in. So Angel had brought up that Rey would kill Kylo. All right.
Yeah.
But killing is kind of against the Jedi way. It's only supposed to be in defense. Do you remember? And you gotta stay
Wait.
with me. Do you remember Avatar: The Last Airbender?
The anime.
Stay
Yeah.
with me.
Yes.
Stay with me.
Okay.
Yes, I
You
know
remember how at the end of it,
Wait, the animator or live action?
the anime,
Live action.
the good
Whack.
version.
Okay.
You remember how at the end of
Yeah.
it, when he was fighting the Fire Lord, he had that choice to kill him, and he cut him off from his powers.
Yeah, because he
Yeah.
went to the Asian.
Now.
Yeah.
Is it too much of a stretch to think that maybe Rey could cut Kylo Ren off
That-
from the Force?
That's a weird connection you made, but
You-
to
yeah,
two things
mean,
that are nowhere
if
near
that-
alike. But
I know.
I get it.
If that is something they decide it's going to be possible within the Star Wars universe, then
Has there
Yes.
ever? But
But
has
it's
there
never
ever
been
been
done
any
before.
evidence of something like that
You don't
happening?
have
There
that
has-
much power
so,
of the Force.
So the new Star Wars game, I've been playing it.
That's a king.
that
But
ending
it,
was
but it is
whack,
canon
dude.
now. Wait a minute, no,
What?
listen,
Yeah.
It's not
listen,
canon.
Yeah.
listen.
Oh.
But my point is, there's a Jedi in it, an ex-Jedi, spoiler alert, who
Oh.
she ends up doing something bad and cuts herself off from the Force.
same thing with Luke in the last movie.
So if you can cut yourself off from the Force, can you not cut someone else off?
It's a choice.
But you can
You
connect
choose to
that.
do
Yeah,
that.
I don't know if the power is the same there as
Yeah.
far as
'Cause
because
he
that
seems like
person's
he
gonna
was a
not
little
want to be
back,
cut off.
Wouldn't there have been like
So there's gonna be
ancient,
some
like-
battling there.
like historical notes about something like that going
Yeah,
on?
okay, yeah. But you have to watch the movies to know this. That happens episode.
Didn't Rey steal the Jedi
I
tux?
gotta tell him something.
Okay.
Okay, Angel. The Rise of Skywalker, I think that's Rey. Because I think she is Han and Leia's like daughter.
I think
But I don't know why that makes her
I
Skywalker
think
either,
Mark-
but
I think either Anakin Skywalker or Luke Skywalker is being brought back from the dead somehow.
If they bring back
Who says
Anakin,
Luke didn't have her?
they better have sand in his shoes.
What if
hate
what if she's
sand.
Luke's daughter?
she's not Luke's daughter.
Pocket sand.
You don't
That's
think-
how he wins.
I'm saying
You don't think he hooked up with some floozy in the space world and just like left her?
Wait, Obi-Wan?
No,
no,
Luke.
He's saying she's Luke's daughter. I
But
don't
it's
think-
Darth Maul's
No,
daughter.
No, I'm saying like,
No,
what
this-
if he just hooks up with some floozy and he just
his
leaves
junk
her?
don't work after
What if
getting
it's the
cut in half.
incest
He would have
battle
known.
between him and Leia?
He would have known.
Did
when
you see
she
when he had the
him
spider legs
this
for a
last
while?
movie.
Yeah, I would have been mad about that.
That was canon too, though. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
But I think, you know how like they split up Leia and Luke when they were young?
Yeah.
I think the same thing happened with Kylo and Rey. I think they're brother and sister.
That's how they had that connection.
I think that was supposed to at least be the original script before Ryan Johnson changed it up. This
But
last
they
movie.
should. But the way
Yeah.
the movies have gone, they should stick with that because
It makes sense.
otherwise it would be like, oh, they can just talk to each other wherever they are in universe.
Well,
Yeah.
well,
Wasn't Snoke was supposed to
Snoke set
connect
that
them.
up.
Yeah,
he made the
Snoke-
connection between them.
But at the same time, they had a connection afterwards too.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure if that's.
It might have been the remnants of it.
Yeah, I don't know.
And who says that, like, he's... So here's my theory about it.
They never
So,
even
so we're
discussed
diving
Snoke.
into this.
Yeah.
I think that Snoke... So you remember in the old ones, Palpatine cloned himself, right?
Yeah.
I think Snoke is one of those clones, but a
I
failed
actually
clone.
believe
What?
that. I
What?
actually believe that.
That's in the
How did he
comics,
clone
though.
himself?
In
That
the
was
legends.
one of... He had all these different orders, like Order 66 was to kill all the Jedis. One of the orders was if he dies to execute that order, and what it does is start a cloning machine.
The Clone
There's
Wars.
a whole comic book about Luke going around hunting down other clones of Palpatine over the universe.
But that's in the comic book series?
Yeah, but it was
Would you not
canon.
think that'd be a weird time to just throw that into the movie series?
Well, they're
The
not
last one?
canon anymore. So.
Well, I do think somehow.
What's wrong with you?
I'm depressed because of all this stupid directors changing my fucking favorite story.
They might
Oh,
still make the
yeah.
Old Republic, though. Be cool.
They're gonna ruin that no matter
Now,
what.
they're still gonna make spin-offs, right?
I hope so. They're doing Obi-Wan
Are they gonna
Kenobi
start?
show.
Yeah,
I thought they were gonna do a
so
movie.
great.
Is that like gonna be
No,
like a
it's a
talk
show,
show?
it's a
Show
show.
Disney Plus.
Is that gonna be like a talk show?
No.
Like late night with Obi-Wan?
That'd be amazing.
My next guest is, oh crap, Darth Maul.
Kenobi!
Kenobi!
Jabba, you're here. He plays the drums.
Jar Jar?
Hey, let me tell you this. Would that? I was just gonna say that. Would that not be the coolest way for this next movie to start out? Is just Jar Jar somewhere randomly getting killed.
just
That
like
would
an
be-
official.
Oh
Like
my-
just like he's just walking through the woods, and all of a sudden he just gets blasted out of
But
nowhere.
Isn't he
Just
like the
drops the
general
ring.
of his home planet or something?
Or better yet,
Why did they never? They put so much emphasis on him, and they never say what happened to him. I at least want to know
he's
that
not
he
dead
died.
yet, right?
I bet he's
No.
a Sith.
I mean, they never really showed it, but they.
Well,
Sounds
that's
he's-
a theory, but
Oh, there's me so
stayed
the whole
alive for the third
time.
episode.
it'd be cool, like in this new
Die,
movie, like the
Ray.
first hour and a half, you know, you're reading the story and all this, and all of a sudden, meanwhile on Naboo, and it's like, it just shows him dying in the woods and it's back in the story.
How long
Like
does
the crowd will be like, yes, finally.
How long does a species last?
We have no idea.
Too long.
Yeah. I just know they're called Gungans.
I still say in the Phantom Menace when Qui-Gon's running through the woods, instead of catching Jar Jar, if he just would have whipped out the saber, it would have saved a lot of trouble.
What was that, Master? Just a log falling from a tree.
Don't worry about it. I foresaw what was going to happen, and it was going to be 3 movies of freaking annoying.
They turned him down in the next 2 movies.
He should cut his tongue out. That's what he should do.
He smiled at the funeral.
Oh my god.
But
I hate that Jar Jar.
He's evil.
Dude, he makes C-3PO look awesome. Like you want to hang out with C-3PO.
yeah.
You had to pick between the two. I'm like, please give me the gold robot. Please.
He's confirmed to die in the next
Well, at
one.
least
Is he?
Did you see the trailer when like he says I'm taking one last look at my friends?
Yeah, C-3PO like looks like he's
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
die. Like I don't know why they announced that in the trailer, but they did.
He won't die. He's the true
What if
Sith Lord.
Chewbacca dies?
I thought about
I
that.
think they
If
would.
that happens in the
Those
movie,
great
I
movies,
will
yes.
let out the yell in the middle of the theater. Just lose it.
The sand people yell, or
I'll do the
tribute.
I can't
The
do the
sand-
Chewbacca, but I'll do the sand people go.
Just a tribute. Everyone in their fucking theater.
But like, do like a sad sand person
Or
yell.
just stand up and be, are you effing kidding me?
Fucking.
There's definitely gonna be people
Sorry.
in
I
the
just
theater.
said effing,
I
and you
know.
had to drop the F-bomb.
I'm sorry.
Now what's the point? Cancel the show.
There goes the joke.
Yeah. But I absolutely believe Palpatine's come back to life somehow, some way. I-
Well, yeah, that's,
isn't it?
I mean, he's alive.
He's on the poster.
yeah. Like, but that's the thing. Like, he doesn't believe
What
that
if he's
coming
just
back.
on a poster in like the new Death Star?
I think it's
They
just
just have
gonna
a
be
poster
like
up on
his
the
ghost.
wall.
If they
Does this
twist
kind
that
of annoy
so
you?
hard when we get there, people are gonna be pissed.
I
Or
just
maybe
thought
it'll be
about
like
this,
a pre-recorded message he has.
No,
It's
he's alive.
basically
He's
the
back.
very first 3
Doubt it.
all over again.
Wait, what?
It's
Why,
almost kind
like-
of the same story.
What do you mean?
What? Good against evil?
No, like if they play this out like you were saying,
Oh, and
Like-
Palpatine's back.
well, not only Palpatine's bad, but it actually turns out that Rey and Kylo were separated at birth,
It's similar,
And-
but
and that somehow, let's say Kylo saves her, like because he goes to the
But
light
here's the
side at the
difference
end,
right
and then
now.
he dies.
I don't think
Here's
it's
the
much
difference,
like
I'll
though.
get pissed. I'll be like,
Here's
"It's
the
same
difference,
freaking
though.
thing."
compare Darth Vader and Kylo.
There's a difference there.
One's whiny and one is awesome.
One's awesome and one's a pansy.
Yeah.
And is the reason why the New Order's going to fail.
I want to be like my
Darth Vader did
uncle.
terrible things, but he had there's only one.
Self-control.
Well, that and the fact that he was only given one chance there at the end by Luke. Rey's given him 2 chances now. He's got enough chances. He
What's
deserves to
the-
die.
He did save her though.
What's the...
Snoke.
For the wrong reasons.
I'm sorry, Colton. Calm down. But I think the person we need to worry about the most, I think it was
Jar Jar.
the first of the new 3. What was it?
Oh, The Force Awakens.
Yes. When that dude goes in there to tell Kylo that they lost the pilot,
Yeah,
and then he like just shreds that room he's in.
yeah.
I feel bad for the guy who has to go fix that. Because what
Or when
a
Rey-
BS assignment.
When Rey escapes and he goes on ham
Yeah.
in like that room.
It's like, oh. They're like, hey, Kylo went nuts again, man. Get your tool belt on. I mean, just the hours he spends fixing that room.
I wonder if his powers are gonna grow by this next one.
Kylo's?
Yeah,
You would hope.
yeah. Now that he's the leader, quote unquote.
I think Finn might die.
We can hope.
Yeah, honestly.
I saw something today.
Why
It was
does
like
it-
I don't like how they did the romance. With
How
that
is he not
Rose
considered
girl.
a
The
traitor?
chubby Chinese girl.
It just seemed useless to me.
What? She is!
Yeah. Should be.
Well, she's not Chinese. I don't know where
Okay,
she's from. I'm
so-
sorry. I shouldn't assume she's Chinese.
I saw like
I just didn't like the
Colin,
whole
How's he not
gambling
considered
scene.
a traitor,
It
though?
was
What's
cool because you got to
for
see like
going against
different
Snow?
aliens and stuff, but it was like,
Kyle,
did that really happen?
because he took over.
Yeah.
But
I know what you mean, but it's the way the Sith happens. Like they always have a backup plan.
The
for
rule of
Apprentice.
two.
The rule of two. And then once the Apprentice feels like he can take over, he can take over
And you know, in
by
hindsight,
killing the Master.
they probably shouldn't be surprised that they're always killed by the Jedi. I mean, these guys can shoot freaking lightning out of their hands, but they only pick two.
Yeah.
There can only be two. If you had at least 5, you guys would have a better chance.
They do need to have like a meeting and say, listen,
yeah.
this little process we do is not working
Why don't we
very
actually
well.
work together?
Well, I mean, you can have other ones. It just cannot be another Lord or Master. Like it can only be like a big Master, big Apprentice, and they can have like slaves of Sith.
See, I think that's how that starts. Though.
Yeah.
I think
And once
one
that gets,
person gets ballsy enough to say, hey, let's do this, and then they're like, oh, okay, and kill that guy.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, he was gonna try to hurt me.
No good ideas in this place. Only failures are accepted.
I wonder why the Jedi can never shoot lightning out of their hands.
because it's evil. Why would they need
What
to?
is-
Can't you shoot good lightning out of your hand?
Yeah, why is
What if
lightning?
it's to fix the
What
electricity?
about Yoda?
Sith shoot
Yoda
lightning.
shot the.
Jedi
Oh yeah, he
shoot
did shoot lightning
healing.
bolts.
No, that
Well,
was
he absorbed
he
it.
absorbed it and pushed
Yeah.
it back.
But why?
No, but like in the Last Jedi when he came back as a ghost.
But
he
didn't-
talked to Luke.
That was like a storm. I don't know.
Didn't
That
they
was
say
weird.
That was
Yoda?
Yoda.
Didn't they
Yeah.
say Yoda mastered light and good, or bad and good?
No, he's all good. He doesn't.
Shot younglings everywhere.
The dark side of the force is too tempting for anybody.
Yes. There it is, right there. You got it. Hold it in.
What'd you just
Hold it in.
What'd you just
What did you say?
I heard it.
What did you say?
Shoot younglings everywhere.
We were talking about, shooting lightning, and I said, Jedi shoot younglings everywhere.
Oh my god.
That was a good one there.
Oh,
Good old younglings. They're the
that's
best.
a freaking youngling.
Again.
That shouldn't be as funny as it is. But dude, God,
Such a horrible scene.
he
And it didn't even show it.
turned on the lightsaber. That kid was like,
I thought he was just gonna trap him or take their little lightsabers.
Here's my
and-
question too. Okay, so there's a ton of Jedi in this temple, right? And they know it's being raided. Why did they just leave these kids?
Hey,
in
you
a
kids go in
room?
here and distract Anakin for us.
yeah, why not tell him to run? That's a good
Yeah,
point.
it's like, don't they have some plan to
Well,
evacuate? or
probably
something?
all the exits were covered because again, Anakin was helping them, so he probably knew all the
I
ins and
doubt-
outs of the temple.
Dude, there's no. I don't know.
There's no way around it, man. That was a dick move.
Yeah.
He's like, you guys go kill all the real Jedi. I'll take care of the children.
Why did he feel like he had to be the one?
Well, I think that might have been just his sense of his power.
Yeah.
I can't really trust anybody else to do this, and I don't think anybody else can do this, so I'll do this.
Like, I gotta prove my allegiance to Palpatine.
Which, I guess killing a bunch of little youngling Jedi would be one way to do that.
Well, yeah,
It'd be funny if he goes back to Palpatine and Palpatine's like, dude, what?
I told you to capture them.
I said, bring him to me.
I
We're
told
still
you we
young.
need more
We
than
can-
2.
we
I
can
told
change
you
their
to
minds.
Jedi!
Jeez.
I was trying to change the rule of 2.
I'm just gonna tell them they can't play their video games anymore.
God,
That's it. I'm killing you.
It's
It'd
hard
be
to
cool if he
convince
has all their little, when he they keep the lightsabers, he has a little jacket full of mini ones. He's got 8 little dagger lightsabers.
Little kitchen knives.
Stars.
So I think that's enough Star Wars.
No, I got
There's
one.
never enough stars.
I saw
That's a good point.
a thing where in Ryan Johnson's first draft, that whole scene where Rose and Finn go to what's that casino place called?
It's like a game.
Waste of time.
Yeah, man, it's supposed to be originally Finn and who's the pilot?
Oh yeah, I
Oh,
saw
what
something
is
today
his
that they have
Poe?
some kind of
Poe,
weird thing
yeah.
going
Yeah.
on.
Him and Poe was supposed to go there, but apparently Ryan Johnson said you could switch the dialogue. It was too boring, so he created Rose instead.
Wait, she's useless.
Yeah, that's the thing though. So, I don't know. Apparently, it's better than the original one.
Good old Poe and Finn.
I saw something today about that. It was like, oh, it's hinted.
Apparently, he didn't want them to get together, but that
What?
Poe and Finn?
Poe and Finn.
They were supposed to be a homosexual
Tater.
couple?
Yeah.
Why not Finn and Rey? That would make sense, wouldn't it?
That's not a homosexual couple, is
Yeah.
it? That's called interracial couple. That's not the same thing as homosexuality.
But they hinted at it a lot in the first movie.
Okay, but I'm gonna be honest. If Finn and Poe hook up, I'm gonna have a real hard time with that movie, and so are they.
Whisper in their ear.
Get ready for the force.
Oh no.
I think BB-8 would get jealous, would he not?
Right.
Poe, you never touched me like that.
Oh.
You never clean my exhaust port like that.
Whoa.
Oh. I do like the design of BB-8. I thought it was pretty clever.
Pretty simple.
It's just a ball.
God, listen to you. Pretty simple. I built 5 of those last year.
Apparently, J.J. Abrams got the idea because they were having like breakfast or something, talking about it with George Lucas, and he saw orange on the table rolling, and he thought, like, what if you just put like a little droid on it? And that's where he came up with the idea.
Alright. You know, I could be a writer for this movie then.
Yeah, really.
Secretly, George just gets crazier through time.
You can
He
just
kinda
see
did.
his droids just get kind of ridiculous.
That TV there, that's a droid.
What? It's in a few of the movies. You know the ones that's like, it basically looks like an old trash can with legs.
Yeah.
I'm like, what does that do? It doesn't even have arms or anything.
Wasn't it like a charging port or
I
something?
have no idea, cause like it's so useless. It moves like 1 mile per hour.
Where
and,
was
like,
the
it's-
port? Just they put it in the droid's ass just for fun.
The Force.
Come here, it's time to plug in.
R2, can you open up that door?
I think C-3PO might be gay.
He's
Oh,
dumb.
I'm
I could see
definitely-
him being gay before.
Especially for R2.
B?
R2's the guy,
Baby
right?
straight?
If they nail other
They
robots,
have
you
nothing
think-
to nail with.
You never
R2.
know.
Have you not seen that thing R2 opens doors with? You think it's because he's got codes?
It unlocks other things.
I think it's because of pleasure.
You see the Family Guy Star Wars one where Cleveland says,
it's like pleasure in the computer system of the,
Yeah.
the what is it, the Cloud City.
yeah. He's just, oh my god, I think my husband came back.
I miss Lando.
My bad.
Yeah, what happened to that guy?
He's
He's
coming
dead.
back.
Is he coming back?
Yeah. They
Yeah.
probably did kill him off. If they killed this guy off, it would be so. If they kill any of the old people off this movie, I'm just like, stop.
They're old. though.
Stop
would
bringing them
really
back
be-
just to kill them off.
Would you be that upset if they killed Lando?
Yeah, I
I
would.
wouldn't.
I would, just because why bring him back?
Why bring him back?
Yeah.
Hey, look who's back! Blaster right there.
Yeah.
Done. Like, oh.
It's like great.
If they do bring him back just to kill him, then they should bring back Jar Jar just to kill him.
But I think the sad part is I think a quick death is too fair for Jar Jar.
Oh yeah.
He needs to suffer somehow.
What if
sorry.
Just everybody had to suffer through his annoying.
Just shoot
just
him into the
annoying.
sun.
What if they revealed that Jar Jar was a spy for the Empire this entire time?
And cut him into quarters right there.
Exactly, like he gets tortured by the rebellion.
You just hear him scream.
You're gonna die!
Right, you are. You're gonna die. Yeah, you are.
Please just stop!
Please stop.
Not to mention, why'd they make him like stupid Italian?
No, it's people say it's kind of racist towards like Jamaicans and whatnot because it's kind of it kind of copies that accent.
Well, I know we've already touched that topic, but I think the theory was people thought it was George being racist and like
Because it looked
Making-
Well, no, but
Making
I think it
him
sounds
like-
Italian though.
making him like a stereotypical like slave, where he's like,
Oh my
yeah,
god.
like yes, a master. You got that, master.
like, yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
But I could actually hear him saying, "It's a me, a Mario,"
Yeah.
and it would sound normal coming from Jar Jar. Like, is that him?
Yeah.
Maybe they had like going off of your thing, Christian. Maybe they had it like a southern accent at the beginning, and And then one of the guys was like, whoa, George.
Too close.
George, take a step back there. He's like, all right, you got me. We'll make it Italian.
They had to get-
sorry.
They had to get rid of Jar Jar's affinity for fried chicken and watermelon.
They don't have chicken.
They don't have.
Oh, that's the issue.
I draw the line up there.
Or, no, what are they? The little birds.
Porgs. Or
Yes.
Fried pork.
Chewbacca loved it.
Are they gonna
He
break?
didn't eat it.
You did?
Remember?
Oh,
He was
yeah.
He was trying to. They just kept.
Really?
Which, if you think about it, he already killed it.
Yeah.
It's like you
And
just
to
go
me-
ahead and eat it.
Chewbacca does not want to carry around like a knife or a mini blaster, so he rang that thing. to the back.
I was smashing all those rocks.
Probably. And then he's like, "Oh, this one's looking at me. I feel bad."
Did they have?
You did the hard part. Just eat it.
They have that pork scream.
Have they
like
ever
an
shown
hour
more
long
like
on
of
YouTube.
Chewbacca species?
No.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, in,
In episode 3.
But
Yeah, when they had the whole battle.
speaking of killing porgs, has anyone here ever actually like gone hunting?
I mean,
Yeah,
found
For
hunter.
pork.
Not porg, but just in general for anyone.
Like, I didn't shoot anybody, but I was there.
Wait, you
Well, I
shoot
hope you didn't
anybody.
shoot
I
anybody.
didn't
because
say
hunting
it.
is
Who-
an evil
Who did you
thing.
murder?
I haven't done this in a while, but I've been hunting for tang.
Actually, yeah.
It's been a long time though. I never really was.
You don't know what to
successful
say.
at either.
I was trying to say I'm in the market as well.
What's wrong? This is
I'm getting-
mahogany.
You can't say it all like you can say mahogany.
I think.
Gentle.
Is it safe to say all of us except Ben are in the market for looking for love?
In all the wrong places.
Yeah, definitely the wrong places.
Wow.
Bites.
I haven't found the right alley yet.
Hunting. Hunting.
Back to hunting.
I've been
Yes,
for
I have
women.
been hunting.
I've been deer hunting.
Both.
Didn't actually shoot anything.
Okay.
I have been deer and turkey. Same. Didn't see a thing.
I've gone fish hunting with it.
Oh.
I love fish.
With a cannon.
Okay, so no joke.
Drop a grenade in the wall. I need to scoop them up.
You know my cousin. The little one? Not the one I don't talk to anymore. Okay, so my little cousin and I, my uncle when he was still alive, had this mountain house and he had a lake that was stocked with trout.
Yeah.
Well, we were turds, and so what we did is we, you know, because you had to feed the fish, so we were messed up. So we threw the fish food out, and then you know how they come up and grab, and on their way back down, you can see the splash, or the back of their, you know, the like shine of their scales. Well, we thought, we'll throw it, and we'll shoot it when it comes up.
God.
And so, and my uncle was one of those guys that got royally pissed a lot. And he got like,
No way.
He threw the beer bottle at your head.
well, yeah, pretty much. And anyway, so we kept shooting and we missed. We were shooting 22s, which if you don't hit dead on, it's not going to hit it.
Yeah.
And so we kept missing. Well, we had like literally like 10 bullets left between the two of us, and we had just emptied a whole 150 box.
Oh my God. You suck.
Well, we finally hit one, and we could tell we hit one because it was floating up and still trying to swim away. Well, instantly we both looked at each other like, oh crap, he's gonna kill us. So we put so many holes in that poor fish to float it to
make
the
it
bottom.
sink. Come on, if we put more lead in it, it'll sink.
That's my hunting
You didn't
story.
think about just getting it out of the water and
No, it was in the middle of the pond.
swim out there
We'd
and
have
get it.
We didn't think that far.
You were too scared
I
at
was
the
too
moment.
scared, man.
Oh.
And
You
then
could
we had
always
this-
just claim, I don't know what happened.
We had this bright idea to try to chop down a dead tree using shotguns.
That's the most.
For those of you viewers who are interested, it doesn't work. The cartoons lie. It's a lot of rounds that has to go into it.
How
Dead
thick
or
do you think
living.
the tree was?
So the tree was,
It was oak.
no, it was like
Oh
one of
my
those
God.
small. It was small, so it was like, and it was dead. So it was like, I want to say 3 feet around. Which you think that would be easy to shoot down?
Yeah.
No, it's not. For some reason, I guess maybe because we had the spray kind of shotgun shells, but
Like birdshot.
yeah, it took forever.
I bet some hollow tips would take it down pretty good.
Probably.
You know.
If you got like a big caliber gun too, it might just be one
Like
shot
an
just right
elephant
through the
gun.
middle. Yeah.
An AA gun.
Slapping
Anti-air.
cheeks gun.
Oh.
What?
Good old son of a gun.
That's the gun that won't do it.
Well, they do make these things called saws.
Chainsaw.
You ever heard of Dragon's Breath rounds?
Yes.
Yes, the ones that
Those
like
things are
light on
That's kind of
Scary.
wild. Yeah, that is scary.
What is it?
Yeah.
It's like flame rounds. Like when you fire them, they shoot actual fire
Oh.
out of your gun.
Like incendiary?
Yeah, incendiary rounds, pretty much.
They catch on fire, whatever you get.
Did you guys ever play Resident Evil?
Which
the
one?
original?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's on there.
I
On my
would.
Switch. I
You
got
remember
all
when
of
you
Pull it up right
collect
now.
you had to get the different kinds of bullets and you had to go find the incendiary rounds that
Yeah.
because you had to have. I remember how annoying that was.
You play Resident Evil 4?
Did you play the Did you play the remastered HD edition?
Yeah.
Didn't they
No.
remaster it like 3 times?
They remastered it for GameCube, and then they just put that like on other ones.
PS4.
I think we got to. I played 3 and then we were done. Because to me it just kind of got. It's kind of like the movies got. There's kind of like. Oh, okay. What they do now? It's still Umbrella Corporation, still doing this stuff.
I should bring Resident Evil 7 down.
7.
It's great. It's
7.
It moved to a more horror aspect.
Yeah, it's first person now, and it's terrifying.
But that remastered too. 2 was
The-
great. The
Yeah,
remaster.
shoot.
Depending on how many you've had over your childhood, what would you say is your favorite console you've played on?
Who are you asking first?
Everyone.
I could probably answer that because I've had
Okay.
more than all of you, I think.
Okay.
I had an Atari originally. Actually, I didn't have an Atari, but my cousin did.
You stole it.
No, I just played it every time I was there because that was like the purpose of going to his house.
You're lame, but I like your games.
You call it? Is the Atari still working? Yeah. Okay, I'll be over. I don't really want to see y'all. But
Hey
I'll
Ben,
play Atari.
you want to see this new toy truck? I got no. Get out. I'm playing.
Is the truck called Atari? I think my favorite is. I'm gonna have to say probably the PlayStation, the original PlayStation.
One.
Yeah, because
It had the best like startup sound.
well, yeah, that's what. I
Yeah,
heard
that
about.
was why I
I mean,
bought
it's
it.
awesome.
Come on, dude.
I love that sound. I'll buy it just for that sound.
It's iconic.
Did you buy the mini?
That's
No, I didn't buy it.
That's where I first got to play Twisted Metal.
Dude,
And Twisted Metal
crazy.
your
is-
favorite movie. Oh wait,
Game? You mean?
I'm thinking Rampage. Or
No.
What was that movie you talked about? Never mind. Forget what I said.
Rampage, the one where you're a big giant ape. And
That's a good game.
Yeah.
I mean, I like that game, but that was like
Dude, that's old.
that was. I think that was like
In
Nintendo.
Yeah, in N64, even before then, Super Nintendo.
But I was also one of those. I think I was one of those few people in the world that had a Sega Saturn at one point.
Oh.
Sega Saturn.
Did you have a
I've never
Dreamcast?
heard of that.
I did not.
Did you have a Sega
Dreamcast.
CD?
Because by the time I went from Sega Saturn straight to PlayStation.
You didn't get a Sega
You didn't
CD.
get a 64? No.
What about Sega CD?
CD. That wasn't worth it.
The Genesis was awesome.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I like to play a lot of like Madden and
Did you ever play Battletoads, Ron?
yes.
Dude, that game was
Did you ever beat it?
No, God no. That game got hard. It's like after the second level, it's like who can beat this?
What? So they were talking about making a remake. Well, I
They
guess
did.
they did it.
They did.
They did.
But what is it about? I've never heard
Well,
of this. Battletoads.
It's just what the original game was.
It's these-
updated graphics.
These four toads, Leonardo, Raphael. No, I'm kidding.
It's
trained
not far
by
off.
this rat.
It's not far off.
but
But it's like it's like this guy's version. It's his competition.
these
It's what he tried to cash in on.
these four radical dudes that are toads
Four different
who like
reptiles that
skateboarding,
for some
surfing,
reason
and
could fight.
hanging out with bros. They gotta save their gal from an evil witch or like wizard, and that's about it. All that I know.
Wow.
And not to mention, like, what's so wrong in that wizard's life that I'm gonna pick this girl, and it happens to be the girl that's friends with these four Battletoads.
These buff giant toads.
It was one of those games that was like really, it got really hard for what it was. Did you ever? Has anybody else played like a original Nintendo?
I have, yeah.
Did you ever play Ghosts and Goblins?
No, I don't.
Okay, it might be like the shortest game ever because there's like 16 levels and that's it. But it is so stupid hard.
Because they want to make sure you get your money's worth from playing it.
You get past like the first few levels and you just can't do it. And like I've seen the final end and you gotta fight Satan at the end of it. And he just flies around all batshit crazy. You can't get it. And you can only, the guy you are, you're like this little knight and you start out naked. And
I think I know what you're talking about.
you start out naked and you like shoot swords.
Isn't it made by Capcom?
I think so.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
But then, like, in the first level, you go get the knight's armor on. As soon as you get hit by something, you lose the armor. You hit again, you're dead. I'm like, you can't do this. You can't take any damage whatsoever. It took forever to... I mean, I never beat that game either.
What about Contra?
Contra was fun. Never beat it.
Yeah.
That one was really hard.
Double Dragon and Double Dragon 2 were awesome games.
That's the thing with like older games. They were made hard for the purpose of lasting.
Because they want you beating it in like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
That's all it really had to offer.
But man, did it cause some frustration.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I can play it, to be honest. I get mad a little too easily at that.
Yeah, I've heard the stories about Colton and
Yeah.
his
Snapping controllers.
video game.
Honestly, we gotta have like a game night here one day.
You don't want to see me.
We need to play Smash Bros.
One day, Ben's going to finally join my Xbox Live party.
You got Dr. Mario?
Got enough controllers?
I mean, all I have is those two right now.
No, but
We'll make it
as a
work.
character.
Yeah.
You got Dr.
Call
Mario?
Let's go back to my place and
Yeah.
I'll go get all my controllers.
I'm just like, no.
I've never played Smash Bros.
You'll learn.
Really?
Any? You didn't play the original?
Tomorrow night.
What? You
game
never
night.
played like any of them?
You didn't play Melee? on
What?
Cube.
Okay, we're playing it.
Tomorrow night, game night, Tater.
There's other things I'm doing tomorrow night. You know.
I do have Dr. Mario.
Oh, let's see. I think I played like the first version of like Mario Kart.
On
Oh, that's
64?
I've
And
played
that might have been at a friend's house because I never had a 64 myself or a GameCube. Yeah.
It was like flat, but it was sort of 3D where you
Yeah.
can turn.
I mean, we pretty much went from Nintendo, I had a Sega, then a Sega Saturn, and then we went to PlayStation and never looked back as far as
Like, so
until I got an Xbox when I was much older.
And you were like, Halo? Yeah.
Yeah, that was kind of what pulled me over to Xbox was when Halo came out. I'm like, this looks really cool.
Pretty lame.
Shut your mouth.
Sorry, I
Got
haven't
Halo
played.
and Gears of War.
What?
Gears of War is awesome.
Gears of War is the best.
Gears of War 3 is the best one.
Yeah.
Listen here.
Judgment sucked.
Play the second one. The first one was hard.
Gives you that nice feeling inside.
First one, it was meant to play with friends. I played it alone. That was sad.
I just remember when I was in high school, the second one came out. That's when I had Xbox Live back in the day.
Yeah.
And you remember that's when they made the executions to where if you got shot down, you could still like crawl and like find a buddy.
Yeah.
So there's nothing worse than the feeling of you get shot down, you're like, help, help,
Yeah.
and then you can hear, and you're like, help.
like a horror movie, just.
I do like the chainsaw and the gun.
That is dope.
That's pretty cool.
That is
Yeah.
cool.
Do you think that would be like much better or like very impractical in actual war?
A chainsaw and a gun?
It
Yeah.
depends on.
Like, would it
I mean,
scare your enemies away?
if you're playing like Horde Mode on,
No, I'm talking like an actual military.
that's what I'm saying. It would have to be a battle like that
Yeah.
to where these things are just running up to you that don't have guns.
It's like zombies, probably. Like,
Yeah.
if that ever happened.
I mean, there's been times when like I used to play with my brother. We used to play Horde Mode all the time in Gears of War 3, and there were a couple times where you just run out of ammo, and you're standing in like this mess of grubs, and you're just running your chainsaw. you're just cutting things, and you get blood and guts going everywhere. And this is great. I don't even need bullets.
Cause like I think if I was in a war and like the enemy team like had this weird giant battle armor and chainsaw weapons, I'd be like, I'm not fighting them. Like I'm leaving.
I'm gonna let somebody else go attack them. I'm gonna go back here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get in the tank.
It depends though. Are they running at me just like a good 100 yards off, just because I'm just gonna shoot him in the face.
Well, they run like they're all clunky and they're like swaying side to side.
Do we
Oh,
have
yeah.
armor?
Yeah, we're the ones with the armor. But like you have to think of it from the enemy's perspective. Like you see this giant tank.
Are they
slowly
actually flanking like side to side, like as they go? Because I'm taking the knee.
Kind of like
And I'm gonna watch him struggle.
Sweep the leg.
Sweep. Oh, master. Sweep the leg.
and then he gets.
That dude wanted that championship bad.
And then he got.
I've never wanted to win something that bad to where I was like,
Hey, and that
Permanent.
guy's career.
and I permanently damage that child.
Dude, it's a karate tournament in Southern California. Let's calm down.
Yeah.
Pull out the switchblade, cut the ankles.
That was he probably was going to do that next. Had it gone to another round, he'd been like, here.
Like as.
Take his leg up, put that in his kidney.
Danielson, keep fighting.
Get up, Danielson!
Miyagi goes back there, he's like, I don't know what to do about this. I'll stab you in the kidney. I mean, you're out.
Look, I could take on 10 guys in hand-to-hand combat, but once he pulls out the gun, I'm out.
Dude, that scene in Karate Kid when they're in the skeleton costumes and you're like beating Daniel up by that
Yeah.
fence and Miyagi jumps over the fence. That first kid, he kicks that dude square in the balls. I'm like, that kid's done. He might not even do anything else after this. He might just quit.
He's a she now.
Because he full on bottom of the heel up, crushed his balls. I'm like, you're done. You're done. You're not even going to be in the tournament anymore. The girls' division is where you're going to be. Hi, y'all!
So, that you brought that up, I have a story from earlier this week. So one of my jobs. No. Just listen. So one of my jobs is to help youth with wrestling. Okay.
Hot.
And so.
What?
And so we had a match earlier this week, and there's this one kid, great kid, athlete, perhaps not, but he's a good guy. And so we sent him out in like a preliminary match, and he's doing pretty good. And then all of a sudden he has the kid's arm, the other kid's arm, and his other hand goes right between his legs. And I wasn't gonna say anything, and the other coach wasn't gonna say anything, but the kids right behind us said, "He's got his balls." And then they just start busting out laughing, so I couldn't help it. I was like,
Balls is funny.
So
Then you run up with your phone out and get those close-up shots with your picture.
So to learn from this, if you're ever in a fight and you're losing, play a little 5-on-2.
Yeah.
Look,
I heard of that.
I know what he means.
Colton, just because you got 5 fingers,
Oh!
and normally they've got 2 of them things called the testes.
And then you grab and you twist.
Yeah.
Get off.
Have you seen that video?
Wrestling.
Have you seen that video where the guy is like,
What?
the guy is screaming, he's watching a fight, he's like, twist his dick!
Oh yeah. that UFC fight.
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
Then he turns like, what are you talking about? And he's like, the old dick twist!
Good lord.
It's so funny.
See, I don't know. If I'm in a
God,
if
if
I'm in
that was a
wrestling
Karate
match-
Kid, I would have died.
If I'm in a wrestling match and somebody like fondles the balls and twists them, it's a totally different fight at that point. I'm not wrestling
yeah.
anymore.
No,
I'm standing
yeah.
up and swinging. I'm like, what are you doing?
Man, if I wasn't a wrestler back in the day, but if I was, knowing what I know now, and especially how people are, I would have messed with the person so much. Like as I'm thrown to the ground, I'd be like, get ready.
Angel,
One
you're.
of the reasons I didn't want to wrestle when I was in high school, I didn't want to put on that singlet, dude.
Singlet never bothered me.
Angel, you're a buff dude. Did you do wrestling in high school at all?
No, not in high school, but middle school.
I'm a little more swollen than you were when I was in high school.
Swollen?
So that singlet, that singlet, it went up a little higher, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have taken much of me moving around for the bag to make an appearance out the side of the leg there.
You know, nowadays though, they made a rule.
You don't have to wrestle in a
No, you can do a 2-piece like the UFC guys do.
Ooh, like a bikini?
Hot.
Or could just shorts.
No, so it's like, think a gladiator, like you know how gladiator, like the stereotypical gladiator stuff, like it parted, like it had. So it's like that, but with like athletic shorts underneath, and then a skin tight shirt.
Okay.
So you can move around and stuff, but you don't have to.
But I just didn't want to.
No, I completely understand. Yeah, that was one of my big draws.
Not to mention, I
But
really
then I
want
went
to
to
wrestle with
swimming.
people my size. I was like, this is not cool. I want to wrestle with a tiny kid.
Yeah.
Throw him around, bro. Hit a suplex.
I know a guy that was like right on the weight limit to like the lower class, so he would like starve himself for a week before the
Just dominate that division.
Yeah.
That's messed up.
Yeah.
I had to wrestle a weight class above me because we didn't have no one. It was like, yeah,
Is that fair?
you're only allowed to
You just
go
gotta-
up one up, right?
Yeah, but you gotta make sure to make weight enough.
Yeah. You have to make
Did
weight.
you wear
your day
shoes
off.
when you weighed?
Well, making heavyweight wasn't a problem for me. That's for sure.
We had one kid. He had to go up like 2 or 3 weight classes the other day, and so he weighed in with his shoes. And before we got there, and we only went to
Was this
the
a
school
tournament?
around here that is green and white, so it's like a good 10 minutes away. So it's not super far away, but we made him drink 2 20-gallon jugs of water before he could
Good God.
weigh in. That poor kid. He's like, I gotta pee. I gotta pee. Hold it in.
Save it for the match.
That's another thing I would do, man. Just as soon as you throw him, be like, get ready, get so.
Oh my God.
Don't try to fight it.
It's better when it's slippery.
I bit a dude.
Nothing sounds like a
Why?
good old time
Well,
like a
how
bunch
they
of
get that?
sweaty
Like
young
Tyson
men.
Not in the ear, but like, he was about to pin me, so I'm like, no, I gotta get him off.
Wasn't that Tyson that bit Holyfield?
Yeah.
No, I'm just talking about
It
Did
wasn't.
you see that, dude?
It's odd.
Did
He
you
bit
see
it
it?
off,
No, I don't think I did.
Oh, he bit the top of his ear off, bro.
It was
Wait,
Like
crazy.
this whole part right here.
Are you talking about
off his ear?
Tyson?
Yeah. When
Yeah.
he bit Holyfield. Oh my God.
I was actually like on drugs too and stuff
I
like that.
couldn't have imagined.
He took it pretty well considering.
What, Holyfield?
Yeah, the other guy.
Well,
Yeah, I mean,
he
I'm
was
sure
he was cheating. That's why he did it though, because he was headbutting throughout the whole match.
Who?
Holyfield. That's why Mike Tyson did it, because no one was calling it out. So he got real mad
So
and
it's
bit
that
his.
easier.
Yeah, because he wouldn't
Are you
stop.
saying it's justified?
Well, yeah,
I don't think
it
it's
was.
justified.
Because
That's too far.
The ref was not calling all the headbutts.
Just
It's
lay
kind of
him
funny
out.
though that no one remembers that part of it.
No,
Like,
oh, well, of
he
course
bit
not.
some guy's ear
But
off.
see the thing is, the headbutting that's happened in other boxing matches
Yeah.
in history. Biting somebody's ear off, that's a one-time thing right there. Which the ref was like, I'm gonna have to deduct points for that. I don't know how many yet, but I did not specify at the beginning of the match that you can't bite your opponent's ear off. Maybe that's on me, but
Maybe he just thought he might like it.
he thought he tasted good.
Are you
You
chocolate?
look like a snack.
Are you chocolate? Oh my God.
Ah, yes, he is. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that kid.
You know, that's what's crazy with Tyson.
Yeah.
His voice, but no one would ever make fun of him to his face.
Oh,
No, heck no,
I'm
dude.
gonna fuck you.
He'll bite your ear off.
Yeah, you'd hope that's all that happened.
God.
Have you seen some?
He'd punch you in the face 20 times before you even knew what was happening.
Have you seen like those clips from like his prime when he was a nuclear
yeah.
one guy? It's like insane.
I couldn't. That was another game, dude. I played on Nintendo. Was Mike Tyson's Punch Out.
Oh yeah.
That game's awesome.
Wasn't
Beat it?
Mario like the referee for that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
That was
was the ref.
crazy.
Did you beat it, or did you get to Mike Tyson at least?
No, but I'll tell you what happened to me one time. I went over to with my brother to his friend's house one time, and one time my brother's friend and his other brother, they let me play Mike Tyson's Punch Out, and they gave me a controller that wasn't hooked up, and they were playing behind me. They were actually playing. They let me think that I got all the way to Mike Tyson and beat him, and then they told me that my controller wasn't hooked up, and they said that they did it. I cried for like 20 minutes.
I did that to a little kid. No, not
Cole's like, that's hilarious. I do it to children all the time.
because he wanted to play with us, but we only had 4 people playing COD. I was like, yeah, you can play with us. I gave him a controller.
Call of Duty.
Can we just call it Call of Duty next time?
Oh,
I'm
COD.
sorry.
COD's stupid.
Get
is what
with
it is.
the time.
COD's a fish, you jackass.
Yeah. Anyway, we're playing zombies in Black Ops, and
What map?
dude, it's Black Ops 2. The
Let him finish, Angel.
Sorry.
Anyway,
you're already
we gave-
rude on your first
I had a broken
date.
controller, because you can probably guess
Ooh.
why. I gave him that one, and he thought he was one of the screens up there. He was just playing with us. And he enjoyed it. He thought he was just having a fun time.
Hey, I'm doing this.
Yeah.
Not really.
Yeah. Made his day. It made my day, because I didn't have to deal with this shit.
Do you guys remember King Hippo?
Oh.
He was in Mike Tyson's Punch Out.
Yeah.
He was one of
Oh,
the,
yeah,
he was
yeah.
the big fat guy. And you would punch him so much in the stomach, his pants would fall down.
Yeah.
What was the British
And
guy's
he had
name
to
again?
pull-
Yeah, pull back up, and you start going.
I
like,
Glass
can't
Joe.
That was the first dude.
Yeah, Glass Joe's the first guy you always fight.
Glass Joe.
Yeah,
because
he was
real
easy. Okay.
But yeah, King Hippo, you'd wail on his stomach so much his pants would fall down.
And you
And
just
then
go
when
on
you
his
had to
face.
get him, that's when you start giving the uppercuts to beat him.
What was the Russian guy's name?
Soviet?
Was that who?
He was like the second hardest one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like right
No,
before Tyson. I thought.
He was under King Hippo. King Hippo was the hardest.
No, I don't think so. King
That's
Hippo
why it was
did-
called King Hippo, because he
King-
beat everyone else.
Mike Tyson was the hardest.
Yeah, King
No,
Hippo.
like King Hippo was the hardest out of everyone else besides Mike Tyson.
I don't think King Hippo was that hard to beat though.
How come Mike Tyson was so small in that game?
He wasn't. He
No,
towered over
He
you.
was freaking huge.
I mean, he wasn't the. I mean,
Well,
King
is that
Hippo
the one
was
you're
bigger than
talking
him in the
about?
game.
Isn't
but
this a game where you play as Lil Mac?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
My God.
I'm
Way to keep up,
that
eh?
little white.
But he
I'm
was-
like, when you look at the game, and you're like, it shows you a little guy step out there. I'm like, I don't have a chance.
Yeah.
Glass Joe's 8 feet taller than me. What's
Yeah.
happening here?
I think they were just trying to do like a perspective game, but they were limited with the hardware.
Bro, Lil Mac goes off in Smash.
He did kind of look like Rocky Balboa.
He has
though.
no recovery, dude.
Yeah, but like,
Therefore, it makes him the
But that
worst character.
knockout.
in,
The knockout's scary. I'll give you that. But
yeah, he did.
Also, Little Mac's really fast in the game. Like, so
he's
he's
okay. He's not as fast as he needs to be.
Feels good to stand up for him.
I
The
think-
taint's asleep. I gotta get up, alright? We don't
I
have
was
to
like-
stop talking. I can still talk.
Okay. I'm hungry though.
Who's your main in Smash?
Why don't you step up to the
My
all-you-can-eat
main?
buffet?
Yeah.
Dr.
Oh,
Mario.
Dr. Mario's your main? What the hell's wrong with
Dr.
you?
Mario, dude. Either Dr. Mario or just Mario.
You're gonna hate me saying this.
I
King,
go off.
King K rules my
You.
What do you mean? That's a good man.
That's broken,
It's
though.
broken and it's stupid.
But they
It's
nerfed
cheap.
him. They
nerfed
I don't know.
They nerfed him, then they buffed him recently.
Yeah.
Is Banjo-Kazooie any good?
He's
I
okay.
just fixed
I
it,
heard
but
Tater's crazy.
He is, but not in free for all. Because you can't turn
If I go
around.
straight down,
Mr.
I'm gonna go to
Game
the
and
hospital.
Watch.
Yeah.
Are you really?
Yeah.
That's okay.
You look more like a Rob dude.
I can go off with Mario, just not Dr. Mario.
What are we talking about?
Doctor's in the house.
Smash.
Like all the characters.
Oh,
you
okay.
play.
That's why I want to play Smash right
Get
now.
ready for your prosthetic arm.
What about
Dr. Mario.
Kirby?
Are we
No.
doing that right now?
Kirby's the best one.
He's
No.
not.
Jigglypuff.
Yes, it is. Because you
Jigglypuff.
can
I
run
bet
away.
you're one of
He goes
those people
hard.
who sucks people down and kills both of you at the same time. You
No,
loser.
no. If I
Get
start
out.
losing, I'm just gonna puff up in the air, and then by
We're
the time
playing
you come
Smash
after me, I
after
just go down on you.
Leave. You no longer live here.
I'm gonna have
Kirby's
Kirby
combos
go
isn't
up
really that
against
good,
my K
though.
roll.
Either Kirby. All right. So for the new one, either Kirby or one of the guys off the Castlevania series.
Okay, yeah.
Those ones are.
They're stupid.
Simon.
Simon Belmont and Richard Belmont.
Ike is pretty good.
Yeah.
Did you ever
Dick
play
Belmont.
Castlevania?
See, I don't
Yeah.
like
Which one?
the
One
You
and
gotta
two.
be good with them.
the
though.
Fire Emblem
original,
ones are too
like, I don't-
attack heavy. So
I didn't
if
play
you
any of the new
miss,
moves.
that's
You're
it.
screwed,
No,
yeah.
Fandangled ones. I played
There's no
Castlevania.
recovery.
and
I like
Castlevania.
Duck Hunt. Just mess
Her
around.
Castlevania
You know when
2
it
was
was
awful.
2D and you just
No.
walk up
Who's the other one?
People really like
and every bad guy was
Pac-
this
they ruined Pac-Man.
You know what?
coming at you.
Well, Pac-Man's not that bad. The one that pisses me off more than anything else is the Villager.
I hate the village. It's
So
so
worthless.
stupid.
Isabel is
She's stupid too.
she
And then if
Don't
she
you
get,
dare just
she,
Isabel
if she gets
is
you, it
useless.
pisses me off
camps you with that
because she
stupid-
gets you with a stupid fishing net.
Yes, it's
I have a gun, but she beats me with a fishing net.
because you
Somehow-
suck at the game.
okay.
No!
Ben. Okay, Ben. So you know how in fighting games you can grab
I have
people.
a sword.
Yeah.
Isabel has a fishing pole that can do it across the map and
It's-
grab you.
And
And
shut
throw
up
you
before I
away.
start
Seems
throwing
effective.
bells at you.
Yeah, and it's stupid because
That's the
you
currency
can't do
in the
anything
game.
about
If
it.
you
Oh,
get
okay.
good with Snake, dude, Snake could be
I was
dangerous
like,
as
where you
crap.
gonna
Oh,
find
yeah.
Belle?
It's not even funny.
Because you have to keep up with this freaking C4 that he plants every 5 seconds.
Snake is fast.
Yeah.
Snake can suck at Snake.
Metal Gear Solid goes on. That was
Go
good.
on.
All right.
Now we got
Bayonetta.
You
they nerfed her so hard because of what people did.
Good lord, dude.
We're
God.
not trying to offend the homosexual audience that might be listening.
But if you're here, I'm open. I'm free.
And there you have it, folks. I believe Christian just came out.
What do you guys think about Ridley?
I like him.
I haven't got to
He's
play
kind
as
of,
yet.
It's kind of slow though.
He's hot.
What the hell's wrong with you?
Seriously, Samus could get it though.
Listen,
Samus, oh my
I
god.
just want to remind you guys are talking about video games.
who are all
Not
these
even
people?
like
You know,
the
Metroid?
new Xbox, to where
Yeah,
it's like,
I mean,
man,
but
that could be
I
real.
never really played
Scarlet?
Metroid.
See, it's a girl underneath.
Scarlet's
It's
real.
hot.
The new Xbox, they're calling it Project Scarlet.
Yeah, but that's just a
It's gonna be
project.
whack.
It's just called. That's the Project Man.
I've
it's not,
watched that video, man.
it's not gonna be. If it's Xbox Scarlet, I'm done. I'm getting
PS5 is
PS5.
moving.
Don't pee, Tater.
I want to know the conversation.
You're not part of it anyway. Get out.
What?
Have you ever been to New York City?
Oh, my friend went for Thanksgiving, so I got the hoodie.
That's cool. I was gonna ask. I thought it was kind of weird that you had that.
I went once.
I know it's really off topic from what y'all were talking about.
Yeah.
But I don't know what y'all are talking about, so
Would anyone here like to go to New York?
I'd like to.
I like
Yeah.
to go to the Nintendo store.
See, big cities are great to visit. I just never want to live in one.
If I do, I want to be like Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah, I mean, but he's Spider-Man. You guys heard of Tobey Maguire?
Some guy down on the street is like,
What is this?
It's like, oh, it's a web.
Hold on.
I had to cut all of this.
What do you
Not
mean?
too bad. It's not too bad.
yeah,
Is that Coke still in there?
yeah, it's mine now.
I thought you were talking about cocaine. I was just like,
I'm gonna say, if that's here, we're gonna have another discussion off the air because I really need to know about it ahead of time if y'all are gonna be doing things like that.
start cutting a line on the
Yeah, I'm
table.
like, I hope that's powdered sugar.
I hope this is a bit somehow.
Did you actually throw something?
No.
Oh, I put on the brakes real
He
fast.
was looking for it.
Your fridge is depressing.
It's okay, buddy. Your fridge is.
What do you do with your life, Hunter?
God, how are you alive?
You open it.
How do you not kill yourself every
Yeah,
single
that
time?
fridge is empty like your soul.
Man, you're a lonely man, Tater.
Say hello, man.
Go way
What are you doing?
I don't know anymore.
Anyways,
Hey, your fridge does a fine job.
I'm sorry.
Keeps the drinks and those
That I
packets
work
of ketchup cold.
3 I don't even know why I have that many packets of
You
ketchup.
got a lot of them. You ready?
I don't even eat ketchup, really.
No one eats ketchup,
You don't?
I like ketchup.
No.
but you don't just eat ketchup like it's a snack.
If it's in a
You don't know my life.
If it's in a packet, I'll eat it.
Why?
Because I'm a freak.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Really?
You're nasty, bro.
You
You know,
guys,
you get those packets from
you
McDonald's.
guys ever
open
mix ketchup and mayonnaise when you're eating
Are
something?
you joking?
Have you ever
Maybe
eaten
for real, I can't tell.
Yeah, sometimes.
It's hard to tell.
It's good.
That's still not an answer.
This is gonna be way off of what we've been discussing.
Okay.
Yeah, go.
What's y'all's favorite condiment?
Mustard.
That was Christian's, by the way.
French mustard.
French mustard.
Like Dijon.
Oh, so
Yeah.
we're going specific mustard now.
Well,
okay.
it's better than mustard.
Colton,
What?
why did you have to make it difficult?
What? It's
Okay,
great.
okay. French mustard for Colton.
God, let me look up what mustards I
Captain
like now.
Fancy.
It's
What about
different.
you, Tater?
It's like
I can't just broad
It's like
mustard.
mustard and honey mustard.
That's a
I
salad
like the-
dressing.
No, it's a condiment too. You can put it on
I
stuff.
like most mustard.
You
How
put it
about
on
that?
pizza, don't you?
Yes.
You sick monster.
You live an awful
Look,
life, Angel.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna argue to this point with you.
Why don't
You
you,
can
like ranch on pizza?
Because it's disgusting.
It is
monster.
disgusting.
You can put.
It's
You
made
can
from
put.
salads.
Look, shut up. Listen. You can put ranch on things, yes, but it's not a condiment. It's a
It is
dressing.
a condiment. Why is it not a condiment? You can put it on sandwiches.
Okay,
Anyway, all right, Angel.
so is olive oil.
I can pour barbecue sauce
Is
on my
1,000
shirt.
Island
This doesn't make it
specific
high
condiment?
class.
Barbecue sauce.
What do you
Yes.
say to him?
Yes. I would even argue that Thousand Island
Caesar
is
dressing.
more of a condiment than ranch because
French
you get put
dressing.
it on Reuben.
Is French dressing considered?
It's not the same.
It is.
No, French dressing.
French
And
dressing
then what-
is not the same.
As
As what?
ranch.
So
New-
what?
I
Okay,
changed
okay.
mine.
What are my boundaries? What specifies a condiment?
I'm thinking like
Nothing that goes on salad.
stay out of the dressing room. Like
Can I change mine to Valentina? That
Like a
hot
hot
sauce.
sauce?
sure. Yes,
I
the
like
Mexican
hot
likes
sauce.
hot sauce. Is everybody blown away by that?
Whoop-de-doo. Sad face.
I was happy that you liked mustard. I was proud of you, but not now.
Are you proud of my answer?
You got French mustard
Doing your
still, right?
stupid French
Are you
mustard.
talking like Dijon?
Yeah.
Okay, so grape or palm?
Oui.
So, other than ranch, what would you say? And I'm thinking along the lines like, hot sauces, ketchup, mustards, mayos.
French mustard.
It can be French mustard if you want it to be. It can be foreign mustard.
I don't know. Now after I said the ketchup thing, maybe ketchup.
Okay.
Either ketchup or what I like, especially with French fries to dip in. Shut your mouth, Christian. Is ketchup and mayo mixed together.
That's what it says to Angel a minute ago. Is you ever mix the ketchup and mayo
stuff.
together? What about you, Angel? What would you say? I know you said it
Barbecue
earlier.
sauce.
Okay.
That's
Are
a
you
cool
okay?
name.
Jesus, dude, are you alright? You're having like your own laughing conversation over here.
He's over there spouting off freaking secrets.
Why does he look so sad while he's laughing?
I think that's just the beer kicking in.
I'm gonna have to go with mustard myself, and I'm not gonna be as specific. I mean, there's not really a mustard I don't like.
So you including honey mustard and all that too?
I wouldn't even say honey mustard. I just like your standard mustards, but they have like a whole grain mustard, which is really good.
Wait, pause. This is a legit question. I'm not trying to be smart.
Yeah.
Whole grain mustard?
Yeah, like okay, you have your standard yellow mustard. That's mustard seeds that have been pulverized into what they are.
Yeah.
Whole grain mustard has been. You can still see like the seeds in it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And it's a little spicier. It's like spicy brown mustard, but it still has like you can still see the seeds
It's
and
got like a
stuff.
little bit crunch
Yeah.
with it.
There's one I've gotten before that actually has like white wine mixed into it. It's really good. It's really good for a sandwich spread.
So this is another turn, not way off, but do y'all ever eat jelly? Like if you go to get breakfast somewhere and you sit down, they have a little shelf thing of jellies. Do you guys ever eat the jelly? Just the jelly?
No.
No.
Yeah.
No,
I gotta
do
put on
that.
a biscuit, dude.
Okay, good. I'm glad I'm not the only one. I love
Wait,
it.
do you really?
no, there's two of you.
I mean,
it's great.
Jelly's just good on its own. It's
It
like,
is.
No,
like,
it
when,
is.
like when you eat a spoonful of peanut butter. You know?
Yeah, that's wrong with the you go out of your way
What's the
at
difference?
the restaurant.
Well, for one, let me ask you this. Do you open it up and spoon it out and eat it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I was just
I'm
hoping
not-
you didn't like
Drink
crack
from the
open it.
container.
Yeah.
Like put the container on your mouth because God
Like an
knows who
oyster?
touched. Like God knows who touched
I'm in
the.
public, just trying to get every ounce of it.
Hey, I've drank this little half and half.
I actually, why?
The motion.
But it
That's the best stuff
I
ever.
went to a diner once and I had grits with like bacon, butter, jelly, and eggs, and also cheese in it.
There was
Nope.
jelly in the grits.
Yeah, it was pretty
They
good.
cooked with it?
Yeah.
What kind of jelly?
I think like strawberry.
Oh, that's disgusting.
But it wasn't like mixed in. It was like all laying on top of the grits.
I'm backtracking also. Because of jelly, I'm thinking about other stuff.
God, you look so serious. Right? You're like, hold on, I'm gonna backtrack.
Does honey count as a condiment?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay, I changed my answer, honey.
You can hook up with Addison's dad.
No, I
He
will
needs,
not
like,
hook up
the-
with
Wait, hold
Addison's
on.
dad.
Hold on. Stop it.
Thank you,
Colton.
Colton.
Yeah.
No,
he'll
thank
give
you.
Free honey though.
I will converse with him to get honey.
He's looking for something, but not that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, what else honey's good for?
So speaking of
What?
speaking of Southern meals,
I thought you just knew. I use your imagination.
I was like, I need to know.
so
It's actually.
That's just, you know what else honey's good for? How's your week been, guys?
Honey's
For
actually.
sopapillas?
It's like the only natural food that can't really just go bad on its own.
Delicious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can leave it in this like a shelf.
That's
like,
pretty cool.
I was gonna say, speaking of Southern food, do
What
you
do we?
grits?
Oh.
Oh,
That was like 2 conversations ago. Like, continue.
But do you ever hate it when people say they don't like gravy and biscuits, or biscuits and gravy?
I don't hate it,
What do you mean? Like they
but I
don't?
think it's
You,
like-
you're saying the way they say it, or that they don't like it?
That they don't like it, even though they've never probably tried it. They just think it looks.
Oh, they haven't
Oh, if
tried
they
it.
haven't tried it, yeah,
Yeah.
it's irritating.
That's what and that's always the first question you ask. I don't like biscuits and gravy. Have you ever tried it? No. I'm like, you don't know what you're talking
I
about.
like putting gravy on top of a jelly biscuit.
You know what I think? Now that you talk about the jelly being on those grits, I bet that's the same. It's probably a play on people that put sugar in their grits, which is more of a northern thing.
See, I don't like sugar in my grits. I like the jelly, but I like the grits as
So
natural.
you don't like sugar in your grits, but you like sugar in your grits.
I don't
What
like
do you think
too.
jelly is?
I don't like too much sugar in my grits. Says the guy who drinks a milkshake every 5 seconds.
Not for a while now.
Yeah,
You've been holding off.
my addiction still hasn't kicked in.
Well,
My-
if it does, it work. I'm just gonna slap it out of your hand.
The rehab's working.
Your heart's thankful.
Yeah, I've hit the gym.
Your heart doesn't know what to do. It's like
It's like, whoa.
I've had a milkshake in like 3 months here, almost. Or 3 weeks. What is it? 4 weeks? A month? and a
3
half?
weeks about now.
Good. That's good.
We do the keto diet. Keto diet.
Keto?
Like
You want to repeat that?
keto diet.
What is
It's
that?
keto.
Keto.
Keto. It's a T.
Keanu
Kino.
Reeves.
Yes, I do like staring at Keanu Reeves while I work
Kung
out.
Fu.
I know.
From the Matrix. All of a sudden he knows Kung Fu.
Yeah.
I
I don't
like
think he looked up.
No, he did.
Like, oh,
he
he's
straight
on
up had a
point.
Bill
Did
and
he
Ted
actually
moment.
look
Yeah.
away from him?
He had straight up had a Bill and Ted moment
That's
right there.
awesome.
I just love that one scene where he's in the interrogation room and they slam the books and he's like, you can't scare me, and they slam it again. And he's like, oh.
I haven't seen any of the sequels to The Matrix.
Are they doing new ones again?
Are they?
They're bringing back Keanu. I can't speak. Keanu Reeves for it.
Keanu Reeves. It's hard watching him in Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure and Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey, then seeing him do stuff like The Matrix and John Wick. And
He's doing a third one.
because it's like, which it's just weird to watch him play that character Ted.
Yeah.
And then it's like you see him in The Matrix, like I can't take this guy serious.
He's gonna be in a new SpongeBob movie.
Yeah, it was actually advertising.
He's gonna be as the haystack, right? What is it called?
Tumbleweed.
Tumbleweed. It's pretty funny.
For the
John
audience.
Wick's a pretty good movie.
For the audience.
Good old
Just for the
Keanu's
men.
a very nice
Ben just
man.
looked very disappointed in
Logic
in
had a song
general
about
direction.
SpongeBob.
It's a great show growing up. I
You
just
think
think it's lost its touch.
Do you think it'll suck in the near future when, you know how like all this hype around how he's like the nicest guy ever?
Okay,
Well,
like raping someone.
Well, no, oh my
Who are we
God.
talking about?
No, Keanu Reeves.
I was gonna say though, when it comes, like when people try to build up Bob Ross and Mr. Rogers and bring him down, but they never found anything. Do you think that'll happen to Keanu? Like someone will come out with something that will ruin his like image.
Possible. Hell, all you have to do today is make an accusation and somebody's life's ruined.
Ben, you raped me.
Apparently that thing.
Not yet.
Oh.
I can't,
If you
that
keep
thing-
it up, I will. Just
Apparently,
to show you who's boss.
Teach you a lesson.
apparently Kevin Spacey was found not guilty.
Yeah.
So
Really?
But guess what? They're not going to go back and fix House of Cards, are they?
no.
Buttholes.
God, that show got bad after.
Yeah, I mean the whole show relied on him. I mean, if he
I
did
was
the things
so
he did,
mad.
So it didn't happen.
we
What
don't.
he did?
Well,
Well,
at
he
least
got.
there
He
wasn't
never
enough-
got. He's not guilty.
Yeah, there's not enough to convict him, at least.
But that's the thing is, he should be able. I mean, he probably could make a countersuit now against
Defamation.
Netflix and whoever. You know, hey, you fired me for something I'm not even guilty of.
yeah,
Not to mention it ruined House of Cards.
yeah. I didn't even watch that last season. To be honest.
I did because I felt I owed it to the show.
Didn't they have him like it was like a black face though, and it was like some voiceover?
No, they had. There was like a couple scenes where he was on the other end of the phone, and then there was a scene where they were talking about him back at the hotel. So he's like still in Washington, but nothing to do
Oh,
with it.
really? I thought that they didn't kill him off. They just.
No.
That is so.
Well, no, he
weird.
died,
Oh, he did?
didn't he?
I don't know.
Now I gotta go back and watch. Now I gotta go back and watch that stupid last season. I don't think he died.
Okay.
It's just kind of like, oh, this main character, he's still around. We're just
I think
not gonna pay
I think the way they spun it is she ended up kind of like
As the narrator now.
like kind of double crossing him, and I think at some point he's like going off to jail for all that crap.
How did she not get taken down with him though?
Don't ask. I don't know. They screwed it up.
That's what it was bad.
I hate when you devote your life to a show.
It was like a really good show with like 5 seasons.
Game of Thrones.
I never watched Game of Thrones.
I just it ended badly.
From someone
My
who
favorite.
watched all of them
My favorite
Was it worth it?
character, the water ball.
before the last season. Yes,
And
it
the
was
coffee
worth
cup.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard a lot of negativity about it.
It was so stupid. So stupid. It was like there was a whole when her I'm going on a rant, man. When her dragon got shot down, the directors were like, they were like, she forgot about the Lannister ships. The last episode, she was talking about it. Oh, what happened? She just farted in the wind and forgot about it?
That midget's name, his last name in real life is Dick. Are you okay? Christian, are you alright, dude? You lost it. I did say midget, I'm sorry.
Dinklage?
Yeah, I just love that name.
Peter
Dinklage.
Peter Dinklage.
That's what I'm thinking.
And he was an elf. Remember, he's like, say dwarf one more.
Say elf.
Say elf one more time.
See, that's what I remember him more from, the Elf movie. I grew up watching that and I loved it.
I saw a trailer where the movie's gonna be in like early next year. It's called The Three Christs, and it's about like these 3 same people that all
Is
think
it gonna be a short movie?
Wasn't he the dude who makes... Oh my god.
Do you think
He's having a Tater moment.
do you think when they hired those short people at places they always tell the customers they're short staffed?
You remember that day, dude? That day at work, I couldn't stop.
You know what's Peter Dinklage's favorite desserts to bake? Shortcakes.
I just wasn't expecting
I think we're offending Tater.
You're not. I'm just shocked. I'm at a loss for words. Because not only are you all making this up on the spot, oh my god, you're good laughing about it.
You gotta admit, it's kind of funny though.
I don't joke about the dink.
Well, not just him. It's more just
the people.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
there was a day at work, dude. Who was working with us? I don't think it was anybody here. This lady came in and it just caught me off guard. I mean, she was.
Oh, you guys
Did
just
she
started
reach your counter?
laughing?
She did, but she didn't.
Oh my god, dude.
I can't help it.
She walked in. You guys are like,
I literally just started bombarding him with short jokes.
Do you think Peter Dinklage lives back in the Shire?
If he orders pancakes, do you think he gets a short stash? Hey, he'd be great to work with. He'd be a great short order cook. How is he not laughing? Tater, what's wrong?
Never get into an argument with Peter Dinklage. He's short-tempered.
Do it. You know you want to laugh at that.
Oh, this is coming at short notice.
He reads short stories to his kids.
Wasn't that this whole role?
sorry for bringing up Game of Thrones. I should have known better.
Was that his whole role in Elf? He actually wrote like his stories.
He was a writer, yeah.
He wrote short stories. Oh, you think they just...
Oh, I think it's a short lifespan.
What'd he say? What'd he say? What'd he say?
He says you think that he's got a short lifespan.
Angel, that's not funny because probably he does. That's not a lie. That's just more of a physical thing. I don't know why that's funny. Angel's dying over there.
You're trying to hold back something. It's ridiculous.
Oh.
Good God.
Oh.
For all of our vertically
You think-
challenged listeners out there.
You think when he gets a haircut, he said
apologize.
just get a little off the top? That was a stretch.
Oh.
Stretch. That's his nickname.
Oh, that hurts, dude. It hurts. Oh my god.
Oh,
I'm
Lord.
somewhat disappointed.
Oh, this is awesome, dude.
How much?
You got nothing to worry about, Colton.
Yeah.
He always hates traffic driving to work because he's always a little late.
He knows all the shortcuts.
It's too good.
Change your ticklish, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
I
Brady.
respect him as the actor.
I should have known better than to bring up Game of Thrones.
We're not
Remember,
singling him out.
don't worry, he's only half a man.
I thought it was Oh.
Oh my god.
Well, Christmas is around the corner.
And speaking of that,
You think he's gonna get a stepping stone?
people who hang up trees early.
I waited until December.
No, you're fine.
Okay.
You're fine. Other people who like hang their trees in like
November.
September.
Oh.
Oh yeah, that is annoying.
Oh,
Wait.
Like the day after Halloween, you're like, oh, better get the tree out.
Yeah.
Why?
But they start putting
Well, there are those
Christmas
crazy
decorations.
people who just hang it up all year.
Yeah.
Dude, I hate that. Like the
Are they
like the
crazy or
lights.
just lazy?
Lazy and crazy.
Both.
I think probably more lazy than anything. I mean, come on. I take down and put my lights up every year. It's not. It takes 20 minutes.
What?
Send them to the slaughter.
You mean people? You mean people that put up their lights too early?
Yeah.
I think we just go in the house, strangle her,
Strangle them with their lights.
something like that.
Spitting.
Be messed up.
The dipper.
The
Different strikes.
No, I'm just kidding. But that is annoying. I don't like when people skip Thanksgiving, although I know that it's not like a Hallmark holiday.
Adam's like that. He starts singing Christmas songs in November.
Yeah. Is that technically Christmas? I think it is. Is it technically Christmas?
Well, it's a parody of Carol of the Bells.
I know. So is it a Christmas song?
I think it's. What do you want me to say?
What, Carol?
I want you to answer your opinion.
Carol of the Bells
Colton.
is a Christmas song. And that Family Guy joke.
Can we call it a holiday song, please?
That might be true.
So does anyone here find it annoying, or it doesn't matter whether or not someone says Happy Holidays or Merry Christmas?
It does not bother me at all.
It doesn't bother me.
Because
Yeah.
let's say
I also like
let's
the
say you
idea of
don't
forcing-
celebrate Christmas.
Okay, so everyone here pretty much it doesn't bother us.
If you don't celebrate Christmas and someone says Merry Christmas to you, please, for the love of God, don't get offended. Because how can that saying be malicious towards you?
You're happy
For me,
person.
I
How
like
dare you say that to me? Well, how about this?
for me I like to make it much more special by waiting till like Christmas Eve and Christmas Day to say Merry Christmas, because that's where
You
it
don't
sounds
say
mo-
Happy Holidays?
it's- I do, but that's when it sounds most appropriate to say Merry Christmas because it's the day, you know.
The only thing that I have an issue with that is I have said before to people like Merry Christmas to you, and then they go Happy Holiday. No, that's not what I said.
And it makes you feel like that's their way
Yeah,
of smartly responding to you. I'm letting you know that you shouldn't say Merry
You're
Christmas to
an
me
idiot.
again.
Yeah, for real.
Like, sorry, it just slipped my mind.
You can always just start throwing out Happy Hanukkah to everybody.
That'd be funny.
No one ever says that.
Let's start a new.
We need to bring that.
Let's start a new tradition. Happy Chanukah.
Chanukah.
That's how you say Hanukkah.
What?
That's
Is
how
that
it's spelled.
really?
That's how it's spelled. It's spelled.
Is it?
It's
Okay, because I heard that from somewhere, and that's always been stuck in my mind. Chanukah.
Jewish is a weird language to read.
Good old Jews. Well, I like them.
I'm glad.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
I went to go see.
Sauerkraut a condiment?
I would consider
Why
it
the
fun.
hell did your mind go there?
Colton, I'm curious. I am a man of science.
So,
What was your question, Cole?
Oh, I was just gonna say that I went to go see Jojo Rabbit last weekend.
Was he good?
It's very good. It's very good.
Jojo Rabbit.
Who was
The
your
dude
favorite
where like
character?
his best friend is imaginary Hitler.
Who was your favorite character?
It's a boy growing up in Nazi Germany, starting to realize what Nazi Germany really represent. You know what I mean?
Who was your favorite character? Go on, say it.
It was
My
Imaginary Hitler.
it was Hitler.
My cure.
No,
It's
it's pure.
Oh, mine's pure. But it's played by Taki Waititi.
The
I don't even know what
director,
you just said to me right
the
now.
director of Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah, and the guy that played what's his name? The Rock dude. The
Korg.
Korg that started with
Dwayne
ballet.
Johnson?
No,
In the Gladiator
in Thor.
in
Whatever
Thor.
his
No, I know.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Jeez.
Why are you being serious?
Deserves
Come
it.
I'm the only thing I'm serious about is midgets.
Anyway, it's very comedic, but also
Didn't laugh at all.
It wasn't funny. It was stupid.
It was pretty
Come on,
hilarious.
it was
You think he
funny.
orders a short stand?
Yes, it's
No,
funny.
no.
And he's short-tempered? Come on.
But it makes fun of Nazi Germany. It's also just a great story. So I recommend everybody to go see that one. Even if it is quote unquote controversial because they did a movie about Nazi Germany.
Oh wow, making fun of Nazis is bad.
Yeah. Well, the fact we're talking about it, apparently it's to ignore that part of history instead of learning from it.
That's true. I saw it. Like where we're at. Do you guys know that antique
wait.
mall up here? So I was helping my grandma like load furniture and stuff over there the other day, and I always do this. I'll load furniture and then I'll venture off. I just like to see what they have over there.
You
They
just
had-
soil yourself.
Well, that's later. They had a whole Nazi uniform,
Oh my god.
but it said it was like vintage military uniform, and I kind of just
Okay.
like saw it, and I was
What
like,
size?
You have to tell me where that is.
Why? I'll show you, dude. It's
I gotta get that.
you know the light at the where the Waffle House is?
Yeah.
It's right across there.
All right, I'm going.
Cut.
Right next
Cut.
to
well,
Roll
that's
the
this
carpet.
episode.
Look.
Let me just say that.
Let me just say this.
Let me just say bye.
But personally, I thought growing up
oh no.
that the Nazis had really sick uniforms.
Oh,
Okay, I didn't agree to their ideals, but they had some sick
There's nothing
style.
wrong. There's
I'm
nothing
joining
wrong.
the club because of the clothes.
It's not.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with liking things about it as far as like the history and
yeah.
it's just maybe probably not the best kind of
Like-
morals to follow.
Like
and
maybe
stuff
I'll
like that.
take off the swastika symbols, but I'm gonna keep the leather suit and all.
You know what though?
There's a
A
kid at
lot of
school
that.
that wears
I
them.
think a lot of that stuff, especially
with
like
the
the
swastika on
swastikas
it?
Yeah.
and the iron
He had a hat
crosses and
and
stuff
everything.
like that. I think a lot of that
Bad.
stuff was on there,
I thought he was gonna
and
get
it kind of
shot.
struck fear into people.
Oh,
Yeah.
Because if you saw your standard German soldier, he was just a German soldier. But you saw that dude standing there with the red band on his
Oh,
arm.
yeah.
It's like we can't mess with that guy because they were like they were a different group.
What's that group? Like, there's that group that was like the elite army. They're like the
SS.
Pink House.
SS, yeah.
Yeah, they were they were just brutal.
Yeah.
And those are the ones with those uniforms. And everything.
Yeah.
And their whole point was to strike fear.
So I think that's why those uniforms looked intimidating and.
So you won't see it on the podcast, but one day I'm gonna wear it during an episode.
Right. Well,
Cut.
yeah, I just got a text from Peter. He said he'll be here shortly.
Didn't do it for me.
I lost context for a second. I was
Come
like, who
on,
the hell's
dude.
Peter?
I couldn't say Dinklage without laughing, so I just had to go with Tater.
It is though. It is a shame that not only is he a man of shorter stature, but his last name is Dinklage.
Yeah.
Didn't
You
he
think it
play
would
as
get
the dude who made
changed?
Stormbreaker in Endgame?
Yeah, he's a giant.
He should change his name literally to Too Tall Jones.
Oh my god. You should see how tall Jones was. He's too tall for him.
I think that was like the nickname of an actual basketball player back in the day.
Too tall Jones.
Just
That's
love
awesome.
featuring Too Tall Jones. Just hit new classic. Oh.
What counts as too tall, especially if you're playing basketball?
I mean, not for that.
I think to where when you jump up and you land on your knees and you break your knees. Too tall Jones.
Did they
Out
get
again.
that guy that was like 9 feet tall from Africa that couldn't actually play basketball, but they drafted him just because how freakishly tall he was, so he could just reach into the goal.
I think I remember that guy.
How tall was he?
He was
Too tall.
way too tall because he actually.
I think
That's where the name
I think
comes
the tallest
from.
guy in NBA history was 7'7".
Oh really? Okay, but he had like it was almost like a deformity because like he couldn't run.
Do you know
That
how
was the
big
problem.
9 foot is, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, 7'7".
I'm just saying like he was like over like
The guy
way
he's talking
over.
about, like he could stand, get the ball, and not even reach all the way.
But
Just
what did
reach
that-
it was
halfway
like-
and
And
dunk
just
it.
place it in the
Yeah.
basket. Yeah.
Yeah, he was like up on the level.
Well, the guy I'm talking about, the 7'7" guy, his name was George Mirasan, and he, I watched like highlights of him dunking. Like you didn't even leave your feet. That shouldn't count. There's no skill there.
Yeah.
You're a liar, Colton.
What?
The tallest man in the world, 8'11".
Well, I didn't.
He didn't say it was the tallest man in the world. He said it was like the tallest basketball player.
Yeah.
But that would have been in records then, if he was 9 foot.
Well, okay. Listen,
You said,
Fact
you
check.
said
Did you see the
8'11".
shortest
Yeah.
woman in the world?
I exaggerated a little. I just say he looked.
He exaggerated by an
extremely
inch.
tall.
We don't accept lies on this
Like
podcast.
the other basketball players who are supposed to be like over 7 feet
You!
look like toddlers. I'll never
You think
bring up
Dinklage has ever been
anything again.
fired?
What?
You think Dinklage has ever been fired? And their excuses. I'm tired of all your shortcomings. Did that one get you back, Colton?
Bravo.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Short
I wish I had
tongue.
water in my mouth. Oh, that would have been great. I was spewed it everywhere. Oh.
I'm just more shocked. Because you actually put thought into that one. That one's really well thought out.
I'm just waiting, man.
I should have said, do you think he's ever gotten divorced? What do you think he's ever gotten divorced? Because his wife says because of all his shortcomings.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, that's crossing.
That's just not funny, Tater.
Yeah.
God, what's wrong with you?
Get the hell out.
Not your house anymore.
I thought I was your friend, but I don't know anymore.
Excuse me. Excuse me, my name.
Oh man.
She divorced him because she felt like she got the short end of the stick. Literally. Bloop. Bloop. It's alright. We don't have to worry about him attacking us. Ankle biters. Didn't you ask me? How does it work? Was it kids? Like how many kids would have to attack me? You remember that? You remember what I'm talking about?
Yes.
How
remember
many
that.
Peter Dinklages do you think it would
No.
I don't know. It depends on which Peter Dinklage is
Like,
coming after me.
like how many 5-year-old children coming at you in waves do you think you could take on before you get worn out and take it down?
He's an army.
Get you in waves. Second wave
I mean,
on
first
the way.
off, I want to know. I'd love to know the situation where this comes up.
They pick you up like an army of ants.
Yeah. that's when you know it's enough. When they can actually get you off your base and start carrying you off. It's like, well, we got to call it at 20 here because this is too many.
20?
I don't know. Can I throw punches and stuff? Cause
You can do
you
whatever.
No, come on.
Wait, don't you have to kill him?
No, like you just.
you don't have to kill them. You're just defending
You have
yourself.
to kill them.
You see?
How many kids do you?
You can't go till the second wave until you choke that one out.
It's like Zombieland rules. Double
I
tap.
think he's beating the coach. It's like, no.
Why isn't the second wave coming? There's still one moving over there.
Oh.
After you defeat 20 kids, you face Dinklage.
He's like the dogs and zombies.
The mini boss.
20 kids.
The mini boss.
20 kids
Call him the mini boss.
equals one Dinklage.
Oh my god.
Fuck me.
I have never enjoyed making fun of short people so much.
We're all bad people.
We knew that from the
Well,
start.
yeah, I mean, that's why we decided to include you, Angel. We couldn't just hog all the mean for ourselves.
What would 20 Peter Dinklages equal? If 20 children equal one Dinklage.
I would say 2 full-grown people.
Takes 10. So it takes 40 children to equal one person.
Maybe? I'm just guessing.
Oh my god, dude. Peter.
It's sad because as soon as you said Game of Thrones,
I should have said it.
as you said Game of Thrones, and I went, that midget guy.
I should have known better, man. Been like, god dang, the disappointing show.
He was one of those Oompa Loompas, right? In Willy Wonka.
That was so bad.
You think he just gets like raging pissed at that movie?
Was he really one of them?
He's all like,
Oh.
No.
he's all backed up.
I'm gonna say that's awesome.
I bet business has picked up for him though this month. A lot of gifts to be wrapping, delivering. Gotta help old Saint Nick pack that sleigh.
Call me one more time.
Wasn't he in like, I mean, he was in that Thor Ragnarok, but wasn't
No,
he in
he
like,
It was in.
oh, it's Endgame, right? But wasn't he in like a big movie also recently?
I mean, he's done a lot back in Game of Thrones.
Oh,
He was in. He was
I'm,
in.
I'm just thinking, I'm spitballing.
There's a bunch of movies that were like dramas.
Wasn't
and
he in
Short bus.
Infinity War?
Oh, that's
He
what
was
it
in
is.
Infinity War.
Oh,
not
was he
Endgame.
too?
No,
He's
he
in
wasn't
Infinity
Endgame.
War.
He was
Yeah,
in
he's
Endgame.
not in Endgame, but
And he makes the.
Yeah.
He wears his little keychain there.
Everyone's got their little keychain.
I only got half of the movie to talk about.
Wait, it's half?
It's only half.
Oh, I
It
didn't
was
see
so
the bottom.
sad. And yes, I think it was in the package to make it you think. So it got my hopes up.
Hey, Tater,
Then you turn
what
around.
kind of truck do you think Peter Dinklage drives? Short bed pickup?
Stare me right into my soul.
Just laugh. You know you want to. You know it's fun. Just embrace it. What's he gonna do?
He's like sitting on the fence of moral high ground between us all.
It's not. It's just not funny.
You think he has short counters in his house?
That raises a good point.
Everything's
actually.
down to his level.
Do you like?
He's
This
rich
is not a
enough.
joke anymore. This is being dead serious.
He
do you
has to
think?
be rich enough.
Do you think that some of those individuals actually do have shorter counters
Yes.
and stuff?
I'm sure.
Imagine ones that don't.
Well, you remember when Gandalf went into the
Hobbit?
into what's his name? Bilbo's house.
Some of the Shire.
You saw
Remember
how tall
Gandalf?
Gandalf. You saw how tall he was
He hit his
in
head.
Bilbo's house. So yeah, they built it to their scale.
Oh my god.
Everything's a little closer to the ground there.
I love the analogy.
Sir, how do you want this house decorated? Just like the Shire.
Just bring the roof down by half.
You know what sucks? That movie prep is still all there.
That's what I heard, yeah.
Yeah, so it's just like rotting away and you can go
Oh.
visit it.
Oh, well then.
Yeah, they didn't-
What, the Shire?
I
Yeah,
thought
they
people-
didn't keep it
people
up.
aren't
They just
living in
left
it or
it.
anything?
No, they just left it. They were like, we used it for a movie.
Oh, I
and
bet
that's
there's
it.
some hobos living in that stuff right now.
Well, it's like out.
Making a soup
out
kitchen.
Isn't it like a visit thing? Like you,
Well, it's like out in the middle of nowhere. I don't
I'm
think
surprised they
there's
didn't
any
like
towns nearby.
keep it up and like sell tickets to that crap.
I know.
People
For
would spend
real,
money
yeah.
for that.
I'll go see it.
I don't think we
Now I'm
can
just
get in
gonna go
there.
see Hobo
Tater.
Joe and Hobo Mo.
Tater, we're pretty big.
Just getting at it.
I don't think we can get in the hot house.
I'll try.
Remember, if we get a plane ticket to the Netherlands, just do your trick to avoid conversation. Hey!
I'm gonna see the Hobbit.
Where is the
Just say that when you're going anywhere. That phrase right there with
I'm
that
going
voice.
to see the
People won't talk to
Hobbit.
you. They'll leave you alone.
Me and Gandalf are going on a journey. Come on!
Oh my gosh. What brings you to New York? The Hobbits! Woo!
I'm here to defeat smog.
You think those people like really get a boost of confidence when they hit their head on something? It blows their mind.
it's like, ow. So that's
Where
what
am
that
I?
feels like.
Am I a real person now?
Oh my god.
They're a real person.
I told you, I think they should count as half a vote. Would they not use like less resources? Would you say you use more resources than?
The thief
I
is
can't tell if you're actually trying to think this through, Colton, or if you're just trying to like.
Let's say you're
Where
gonna build a house
are
to
you,
scale for you,
Chris?
and a house to scale for, we'll call him
You
Pete.
should use a dollhouse.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
that's
could say you could probably use less product for him,
Do you think that, you know,
so I think you require more materials.
sure.
Yeah, so
But I think he should have the right for the same amount of materials. So it can be like the thief
No.
is complex.
what's he gonna do with all that? What's he gonna do with it?
Yes.
Unless he just puts a bunch of ladders
Well, you
everywhere.
should just have like more stories.
Yeah, he's got 3.
But a standard 2-story house is a 4-story house for him. It's like a mansion.
Yeah.
Oh my god, look at all this free space is him running around.
Instead of 3 bedrooms, he's got 6 now.
I had to look up. With all of this, I had to look at the smallest person in the world. There's someone.
Oh shit.
Is it like Baby Yoda?
It's probably not far off, honestly. There's someone who is 2 feet 1 inch.
Hell yeah.
No. Are they still alive?
It's a chick too, isn't it?
Said they're 25.
Now? Or
Oh,
like
wow.
they were when they died?
Do they grow up in
Now.
Chernobyl?
Okay.
So they're dead?
2 feet 1
No, they're
inch.
still alive.
Do they grow up in Chernobyl?
How did you...
No, they're
Let me... Is there a picture?
Indian.
Can I see?
So yes.
It's a girl, isn't it?
Yeah.
I feel like I've seen this.
That's crazy.
2 foot? That's a goblin.
It's a football.
Goblin Slayer, bro.
Yeah.
You walk along, you see it's like, oh my god. You just have this urge to kick off.
It's like, why do people keep kicking me?
I accidentally step on her. Oh, my fault.
Oh my god, that's so messed up, dude. I can't.
What? Let me see.
Come on,
Let me
let's
see.
see it, man. Come on.
You gotta edit this one out. This is just so fucked up that they
Okay.
would be like, oh, do this, take a picture.
It's like a doll.
That is a straight up...
That's a child.
No.
That's her?
That's a 20-year-old child.
Oh my god.
That's it.
But that is so messed up that they were like, you know, it'd be a great picture. Put her on your shoulder.
Like a parrot.
You know, it's the fancy
Bear.
air dolls.
Or a monkey.
I bet Dinklage makes fun of her.
He's like, oh my god, finally.
You look up to me.
Make that a meme now, Angel.
How's the weather down there?
Oh my god.
It's like he's been waiting his entire life to find someone shorter than
Do you think he cooks his fries in oil or shortening?
We can't escape him.
make some mean shortbread.
Oh, I'm dying. I'm freaking dying.
I have
You mean
nothing to
Tater.
Oh,
say.
Tater's coming in space. How many times?
We almost made it, Colton.
No, I think it's so
You
funny.
damn you, Colton.
Wait, what happened? Oh.
Now
I think
PD
midget
knows
sex
who
is
to
like-
get. Peter Dinklage. It's short for Peter Dinklage.
Speaking of short,
I'm so glad you're enjoying this, Colton. Can we just call this the laughing episode?
Yeah.
'Cause I think it's what we've done for half of it.
If you're going to call us anything, it's got to be like a little short or something.
A short talk.
Oh. Shorter episode.
Just trim everything down just as one topic.
I mean, we basically talk about the entire episode.
we spent 45 minutes talking about Star Wars.
Mostly Peter Dinklage.
Fucking Peter Dinklage.
Is he taller than Mini-Me?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Maybe he's
Especially
dead.
since he's dead.
Yeah.
So.
Oh my.
Yeah, he's
Is
6
he
foot.
six feet?
He's 6 foot under now. He's minus.
No, I didn't.
I watched.
Didn't
Wait,
even know he
Wait,
made
he had
one.
a sex tape?
He had a sex tape.
Who?
That
Mini-Me.
guy's got an episode
No.
of Fog.
I watched it. It was
Why?
Let's look it
It
up.
was awkward.
Was it
Yes,
nice?
yes, I'm sure it
Oh my
was.
Can you
God.
send me the link?
Sure. My phone's about to die, so I'll send it to you. When I
Was
go.
it another midget or?
No, it was just a grown woman.
That's gotta be weird though.
For
it
her
was like
or
a
him?
baby.
Little thing
She
crawling
held him
all
up
over.
like there when she was.
Do you think she can crawl inside?
Oh god, she's that kind of a woman. Jeez.
That's the best part.
But the thing is, if he's doing the deed, can he even reach a boob?
Yes, they-
Let alone
It
like,
was, it was
Yes,
funny.
let alone like
It's
kissing
going
her
to
while
jog,
this is going on.
Get to all
Climb
the
up a
parts of the
tree.
body.
He reached like halfway up to the stomach.
Staring her right in the belly button.
Oh yeah.
Well, at least that makes me feel a lot more confident about my sex life.
At least he got some. Oh, I didn't mean to diss you, dude. I'm so sorry.
Wow, that's thanks, Angel, for hurting Christian's feelings.
Yeah.
I love
Starts
Christian.
crying.
I think
How you
I'm-
doing, Tater? You enjoying
I
this?
think I'm out.
I am at a loss for words.
Whoa.
God. I think you guys think it's like some kind of moral high ground. It's not. I have no other things
Wait.
to say.
Did you say we're on the moral high ground? You mean above the midgets? Is that what you mean?
You think when they look at steps, it's like a mountain too?
I can't go up there. It's too high.
When he yells, "Honey, bring me the ladder," it's just a stool.
It's just because he needs a drink out of the fridge.
It's a mini fridge.
Yeah! That's what I'm talking about.
Oh.
This
You have to add in, okay, for that part, you have to add in high five. Like, let's sit down.
And put that old Batman show whack.
Yeah. I need you to really put in the editing on this one.
Alright.
Oh,
Is that it?
I think we're just worn out at this point.
I feel like I've actually burnt calories laughing so much
Yeah.
today.
And it's
good
all
for you.
thanks to Angel being here. First day.
Go back to the poetry snaps for Angel to show up this week.
Poetry snaps.
Poetry snaps.
That
Poetry
sounds-
slam?
Poetry slam?
Yeah, we're gonna do one.
What is that?
Where we like make epic poetry rhymes
And then after each one, you have to go.
speak on my open mics.
Well, if we're gonna vote on this, I'm gonna say no.
It sounds kind of whack.
You guys do that. You guys go ahead.
Just gonna come
Me and
up with the
Colton.
songs.
We're gonna get emotional.
When I
Oh
was
Lord.
a young boy, my father
I don't think I'm gonna sing it.
took me into the city.
What is that?
My chemical romance, you uncultured snob.
No,
we
it's
got
not.
back together this
What was that one song you brought up that we were singing?
God
Dude, I literally don't know. Like, all these have put my mind on reset. I'm still trying to like figure out words.
We should end with that. Harmonize that song all together. I don't know the lyrics though. Someone has to start us off.
Colton starts off.
I don't know what we're doing.
start us off
You think?
with a song, and then we'll just follow suit.
And the rain will kill us all.
What's that song?
I don't know. What are we doing?
Blinded by the light,
Revved
wrapped
up
up like
like
a deuce in the middle of the night. Is it douche or deuce?
I hope it's Deuce.
Wrapped up like. Well, see that raises a question. Who picks up their turd out of the toilet and wraps it up?
Hold on. Why did you? Where did you come into that? How did you just sway off the highway onto the wilderness into that topic?
I was trying to think of songs that I've probably been singing.
Okay.
Oh, you came into that conversation so strong, backed up so quickly. Okay. I thought this was gonna be a thing.
Hey, quick question: do midgets wear shorts, or are they just all pants?
I've never seen a midget in a short.
Think about if they put on a pair of shorts that you would wear. It's just like pants for them.
Yeah, no, it would be too long for them.
Probably a bodysuit, dude.
They could probably wear my shorts as a
Yeah.
dress.
That's amazing.
Put, you know.
That's amazing.
I've already told you. I don't know what to do with it. Do you want me to laugh? I'm sorry.
Like, do they shop
My
at,
body
like,
has
Baby
shut
Gap?
down.
Do they shop at like Baby Gap?
Yeah.
And get like the largest stuff at Baby Gap?
That's awesome.
What's the biggest baby you've ever heard of? That's the size I need.
What's the biggest
What
baby
about their
you
size
have?
shoes?
Peter
dude?
Dinklage.
Dude.
I bet it's the ones that goes on a keychain.
Booties.
Peter Dinklage.
God bless your soul.
Oh, he's gonna have a short life.
God bless your soul.
The whole time. They do have an advantage though.
What's that?
They can hide a lot easier.
Zombie apocalypse. That'll be the first ones.
He could hide behind that chair. I'd have to duck down. He just walked behind it. I don't know where he went.
They can fit in the oven.
Just stare me down.
I just
You
want,
say that.
I just want
I'm
you to
like,
understand.
Uh-oh. What in God's name are you doing?
Break everything.
Oh my God, I have another one. I can't believe it. It just came to me. You want to hear it?
Yes. Whether he likes it or not.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna hear it either way.
You think when he works out he has shortness of breath? Or is that just all the time?
Do you think when he deadlifts he just slightly bends the knees and it comes up to his neck?
Knees? I thought it was just straight hip to foot. We gotta wrap it up. Believe it or not, Colton didn't even laugh at that one.
I'm just tired.
God. They have knees?
I seriously thought it was just.
I've been your host, Christian,
Ben.
Tater.
Colton.
and our favorite man whose first day was fantastic.
Angel.
And I hope everyone has a nice night. I'm gonna go pass out now.